in front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you on a scope, then we came too. Yeah, this corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news out to the missiles. Ladies on the wall. 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 All your doubts is gonna fall. Cool the weekend for a drop. And we cutting up these songs. We do it big. They see us on your TV. IUIC know that it's on repeat. See us on your TV. Thursday on repeat. Yeah, we IUIC. Yeah, you know who we be. Them in the diet. Officer David. Officer Bediah. Officer Simpson. Officer Elijah. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. Ladies on the wall. 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 on the wall. Writings 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 on the wall. Writ wall. Writers on the 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 wall. WOTW, end time news in front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you wanna scoff, then we came too. Did it school of the week, then topic 1. Might as well dive right up in topic 2. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tallahassee Camp doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. End time news out to the missiles. Writers on the wall. 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 and time news in front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you wanna scoff, then we came too. Did it school of the week, then topic 1. Might as well dive right up in topic 2. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rain's on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tell I see Cam doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. And time news out to the missiles. Ladies on the wall. 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 All your dancers gonna fall. Cool of the weekend for a drunk. And we clean up your song. We do it big. They see us on your TV. IUIC, know that it's on repeat. See us on your TV. Thursday on repeat. Yeah, we IUIC. Yeah, you know who we be. Them in the diet. Officer Damon. Officer Obadiah. Officer Simpson. Officer Elijah. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W-O-T-W. Ladies on the wall. 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 In front of you. From the letters of Paul, come give us a call. Heard you wanna scoff, then we came too. Did it's corner of the week, then topic one. Might as well dive right up in topic two. And it's Thursday night, better come tune in. Yeah, the rains on the wall, too wonderful. We going live on the big screen. Tell us you can't doing big things. For the people, yeah, the promise be fishing. You ain't tuned in, you gon' miss it. Pay attention, man, you better go listen. For the 12, yeah, you know we on a mission. What's going on, yeah, we gon' list it. In time news out to the missiles. Riders on the wall. 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 All your doubts is gonna fall. Cool the weekend for with y'all. And we cutting up your song. We do it big. They see us on your TV. Are you see know that it's on repeat. See us on your TV. Thursday on repeat. Yeah, we IUIC. Yeah, you know who we be. Amenadiah. Officer Dan. Officer Obadiah. Officer Simpson. Officer Elijah. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. W. O-T-W. Riders on the wall. 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 Naraya, you the GOAT, boy.
Hey, shalom, shalom, viewing audience. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. All praise to the Most High. We back, and to my right.
Shalom, shalom, Officer Obadiah.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Most High in Christ bless this Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Samson.
This is your place.
Wait a second. What just happened?
I know.
Samson, you all right?
Yes, I should.
You just excited?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all
I can't hear myself in the mic.
Yeah, you can't hear yourself in the head for me either. I can't hear myself
either.
Okay. All right, Elijah, do your plug.
All praise. Your place for end time news.
I was like, what the hell wrong with Samson today? Yelling in the microphone like that.
I can't hear
IT, that's a hint. Turn up the stuff in the mic.
Wow.
In the headphones. Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. We back with another show. It never fails.
Oh, yeah.
It never fails. We always got content. I don't know how this keeps happening.
Right.
But hey, all praises, man. Yeah. What went on this past week, officers?
Yes, sir, Cap. What went on? We did a parade, Black History Parade, this past week. And I know also, Obadiah, you was over it. So how that went, officer?
Hey, that was a very good thing, man. We were able to make our presence shown. And we also had captains that come in and join us, so that was a good thing.
Right. All praise.
All praise to the Most High. What else we did? We went to see a movie.
Right.
We went to see a movie. What was that? The Ant-Man. What is it called? Quantumania. Ant-Man Quantumania.
Right.
With your man's Johnathan Majors, who played Cain the Conqueror.
Right.
Now, you know, I ain't gonna jump the gun, but we got something to say about Johnathan Majors later on today. Big disappointment from our brother. I will say this though, on a positive light, excellent actor, did a really good job. You know, he got the movie with Michael B. Jordan coming out soon as well. But no, I enjoyed the movies. I ain't gonna spoil it for nobody. I ain't gonna drop no nuggets, nothing like that.
All praise.
All right, so hey, let's do this. Let's get into the World Weather Report. We'll start off right there. Play the clip. This is the World Weather Report brought to you by, well, IT. Can we switch out of the musics? You know how I am. I can hear everything. I catch everything, y'all. All right, this is the World Weather Report brought to you by Writings on the Wall radio show. All right, let's pull up the first one, please.
New earthquake hits Turkey.
I don't know what he's saying.
Oh,
Okay, IT. Can we play the video? What's going on, IT? You're starting off really bad.
Come on now.
so I'm here to do something. Throughout the day to contribute. These hours in the evening, late into the other people are coming. That is what we call criticism here. In order to do, an earthquake happened again on live broadcast.
Right. So this ain't the first one. This happened a few days ago.
Right.
The second earthquake, I think it was a 6.4 magnitude earthquake, hit Turkey and Syria again.
Right.
Again.
The Most High
So
is not playing.
no, he's not. So obviously something is going on where the Most High want to touch them again.
Right.
Let's go to the next video. Or is it article? Pull up the next one, please. Yeah, read that.
Survivors in Turkey saw a new normal in coping with more quakes.
All right, so this is becoming a normal thing over there. Play the video, please.
This is the moment a new magnitude 6.3 earthquake struck Turkey and Syria's border region, sparking renewed panic.
Right now, new earthquake hit. The buildings fell down. We all came here. This buildings fall down, everything fall down around.
A magnitude 5.8 quake followed 3 minutes later. It collapsed. Took place. People, it collapsed. They are dead. They are dead. It's still collapsing. It's just 2 weeks since earthquakes that upended their lives of millions, killed tens of thousands, and destroyed countless homes. These children were being treated in a Syrian hospital when the latest quake hit. Recovering quake survivors found themselves back on the streets. some fear, some same feeling of unease. We cannot enter inside. If we do, we cannot stay. We don't know. We don't know what to do. God have mercy on us. There is nothing to say. The epicenter of the latest quake was near the city of Antakya in Hatay province, where at least 3 people died after going to recovery belongings from a building.
All right, let's kill that. Let's kill that. Hey, do me a favor. Give me Luke chapter 21 real quick. As you can see, that the fatalities are on the rise. The Most High's not playing with them over there.
That's right.
This is Bible prophecy. Okay, the same way that the Most High plagued the land of Egypt, He's plaguing the earth today. Same way. Read that for me, please.
What verse, Cap?
Luke 21 and 25. Come on.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 25.
Turn his mic up. Turn his mic up or read stronger. One or the other. Read that.
Luke, chapter 21, verse 25.
Come on.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Right. It says, upon the earth there should be what?
Distress of nations.
There shall be distress of nations. And that's what we just saw depicted right there in those videos. What was that? The death toll was over 40,000. Now what? Another earthquake, same thing. Right. Same thing's happening again. Do we have another clip or an article on that before we go to Brazil? All right, pull it up for us, please.
These Syrians already displaced by war have a simple request for help. Tents to stay in after earthquakes damage their block houses. If we don't replace these cracked rooms with tents and another earthquake occurs, then the entire camp will collapse. All of the walls are cracked, and they are not fit to house people.
Hey, you know what came to mind? This precept just came to my mind. Let's go to the book of Job. I think it's 38. Give me Job 38, I believe. Give me a second. Let me get there. Just seeing all of the death and the bloodshed like this, you know that has to be the hand of God.
That's right.
That has to be the hand of God. Give me one sec. Yep, Job chapter 36. Watch this. Give me Job chapter 36 and verse 21 and 22. Watch this, y'all.
Job chapter 36 and verse 21.
Come on.
Take heed, regard no iniquity.
Regard not iniquity. Read on.
For this hast thou chosen rather than affliction.
Come on.
Behold, God exalteth by his power.
It says God exalteth by his power. Read.
Who teacheth like him.
You see that thing right there? It says, who teacheth like God? Because remember, these are the same nations who had a part in our captivity.
Right.
And God says, hey, you don't want to be in the midst of sin dealing with him.
That's right.
Saying nobody else can teach you a lesson like God, to the point where he's literally week by week, giving them earthquakes, destroying all of their structures, all of their buildings, to the point where what? They got to be displaced and dwell in tents. And they're like, gosh, if another earthquake take place, we finished.
Right.
We done. That's why the scriptures say what? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
That's right.
And we're just seeing a little sneak peek.
That's right.
A little inkling. Give me Jeremiah 17 real quick too. This is like I said, a little sneak peek. Watch this. Jeremiah chapter 17. And I believe it's 18. Watch this, y'all.
Jeremiah.
Think about it. These earthquakes happen what? Simultaneously, back to back.
Right.
No, simultaneously mean at the same time. Right. So consecutively.
Right.
That's the word I'm looking for, right? So consecutively.
Yes,
watch this. Jeremiah 17, 18. Watch this, y'all.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 18.
Go ahead.
Let them be confounded.
Right. Distressed. All right. These nations are distressed right now. Okay. Read on.
That persecute me.
Right. These are the same people who had us in captivity, who signed all these different laws. And we're still catching hell, not just here in America.
Right.
We're catching hell wherever we're scattered. Right. Okay, go ahead.
But let not me be confounded.
It says, but let not me be confounded. Meaning what? When we read the book of Isaiah 33 and 6, it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times. Meaning, when we see all of these things going on, brothers and sisters, we should not be confounded.
That's right.
We should not be in distress. But let the nations need to be in distress.
Right.
But you know what's funny about that? Not saying it's funny to see this bloodshed. That's not what I'm saying. Is that she called on God.
Right.
She said, Lord, have mercy.
Right.
You understand? They could worship Krishna, Buddha, Allah, white Jesus. They could do all of that. But when the judgment comes, they know without a shadow of a doubt that there's one true God.
That's right.
They know that thing.
That's right.
Okay, read that again from the top.
You're going to learn
Let them be confounded that persecute me. But let not me be confounded.
Read on.
Let them be dismayed.
Dismayed, read.
But let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil.
Read.
And destroy them with double destruction.
You see that? With double destruction. And this is going into the days to come, but this is happening right now.
Right.
That's a little inkling of it, a little sneak peek.
Right.
They had one devastating earthquake that killed over 40,000. Then the next week, they got another one. What you got, officer?
Hey, I'm just adding to what you're saying. Stay in that same book, Jeremiah. Go to chapter 30 and verse 16. Just to show you, like we've been taught religion through the eyes of people who think that they've done stuff and gonna get away with it. Let's see what God says, because every person who participated, like Cap said, everybody that participated in our slavery, they're gonna have to pay for it. Regardless of where their kids at right now, regardless of how good you think their heart are, they gotta pay for what they did to us. Transatlantic slave trade, sub-Saharan slave trade, there's payment and judgment that gotta happen for that. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16.
Read.
Therefore, all they that devour thee.
We were devoured during those slave trades and it was more than that. We've been devoured for years. Read.
Shall be devoured.
Read.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them.
How many?
Every one of them shall go into captivity.
God is telling us everybody got to be devoured. They're going to have to go into captivity. This is the promises that God said going to happen to everybody who attacked Israel.
Hey, real quick, because, for example, we're scattered all over, right, throughout the four corners of the earth. For those who are new, who really don't understand what's going on, give me Deuteronomy 4. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27. All right. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the people of the Bible. We're the people of the book. We are the Israelites. And understand, because we sinned against our God, he scattered us into the four corners of the earth. So whether it be in the east, whether it be in the west, the Americas, South America, the Caribbean, we're going to be everywhere. Okay. And as these judgments and as these plagues come about, guess what? We're going to suffer them too. Right. But that's why our spirit got to be right with the Most High. That's why we got to be dwelling in the secret place, which is these scriptures. Read that for us real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 27.
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations.
Come on.
And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen.
Right, left few in number amongst the heathen. Give me the next one with Brazil. What's taking place down in Brazil, South America?
Watch, heavy rains and flooding in Manaus, Brazil have submerged several vehicles.
All right, play the clip. Yeah, you see the car down the street.
This don't make one bit of sense to me.
All right, so let's go to the article, please. Let's go to the article. Yeah, read that.
Death toll from flooding in Brazil rises to 44. Rescue work continues after a torrential downpour brought flooding and landslides to coastal areas of Sao Paulo state. The number of people killed by flooding and landslides in the Brazilian state of Sao Paulo has risen to 44 as rescue workers continue to search for survivors.
Go ahead.
In a statement on Tuesday, the state government said that nearly 2,500 people remain homeless or displaced by the disaster. With rescue work ongoing, many roads in the region also remain blocked by mudslides.
Right, so you see the distress of nations is taking place everywhere, including where our people reside.
Right.
You have something?
Yes, sir. That's why you see the Bible is coming to life.
You better read your Bible.
Earthquakes in different places. It's gonna be storms everywhere around the whole world. That's how you know Israel. We got to wake up. That's why we got to come together and keep these commandments. Because we don't know when the storm gonna come to us.
Right.
So that's why God giving us a chance to get right.
Yeah, let me get a precept. What you're seeing here to go along with what y'all saying, God is not playing with Israel, and he's not playing with the other nations as well. especially the other nation. Let me get a precept. Sirach chapter 36 and start verse 3. Read that for me.
The book of Sirach, chapter 36 and verse 3. Lift up thine hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
So what you're seeing here, God is showing his power to the other nations, showing how they used to give credit to the other gods. They give credit to saying that Mother Nature. They can't say that. Now, what they're seeing here is very strange. It's not something that they predict or expecting to happen. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God.
There is no God but our God. All right? That's all.
Hey, all praise to the Father. All praises. Excellent precept. Hey, real quick, though. Hey, that's why we got to bring these things out, these occurrences. So this is a witness against those who don't believe.
That's
all
right.
So as these earthquakes, as these floods, these disasters continue to happen, that's showing you what the Bible is true.
That's right.
All right? And we got to make haste in these last days. We got to get our minds right. Hey, give me that Romans 13 real quick before we get into the rest of the next segment. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. Now's the time, brothers and sisters. Read this for me.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Come on.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right, now's the time to awake out of sleep. Come on.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Why? Because these occurrences is every day, every week.
Yes, sir.
All right, every day, every week, there's always something going on. All right. Hey, but from there, that's been the conclusion of our World Weather Report. Let's jump into the Coon of the Week. IT, play the clip.
The brat is pregnant at 48.
The brat. Hey, one of the young brothers asked me, say, hey, Cap, who's the brat? I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he young.
I'm like, I'm that old.
She's old, though, Cap.
Huh?
She's old.
I mean, she's 48, but she's relevant still, right?
Right.
Yeah, people know who the brat is, man. Functified. You remember she used to be with Chris Cross, JD. You know, the brat. But hey, that's when I guess we was rocking with the brat. I ain't rocking with the brat no more.
Right.
Because normally, somebody say they was pregnant, you'd be, hey, congratulations, da-da-da. But let's play the video, man.
Bring it out.
Play that video. I got it, IT? All right, play that.
Brat and her wife.
Stop. So it says the brat has got a wife. Now, those who, familiar with the industry or whatever, it's not that big of a surprise. She always was a tomboy and things of that nature. But she did not have to choose this route. But, hey, because she did, she has made this week's Coon of the Week. So, the brat, Lord's willing, if you're listening, if you tune in, Lord's will you repent and get out of this foolishness, all right? All right, go back to the clip.
Harris Dupart are expecting their first child, and they're exclusively telling people when they made the decision to expand their family.
I think it was around the time of the wedding that we started discussing it, decided to extend our family. It's been quite a journey. I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff we learned about women that are over the age of 40 and fertility and infertility and IVF and all of that. So it's been a journey.
Yeah, I think it started out, it was almost a joke. It was a promo. And she was she had a new collection coming out with Kaleidoscope hair products. So we were like, we're extending our family. Ha, ha, ha. Right? Because, she's like the genius with the creativity and stuff.
Hey, what's crazy, right? So, real quick, like the brat, she was hood, gangster.
Right.
When she first came out. But now, she changed the lingo a little bit. But one thing I noticed, y'all let me know if y'all seen this too. As these celebrities, these rappers, these actors get older, what you notice is that they get, I guess they drop their morals all the way. And a lot of times they do that is to stay relevant.
Right.
I ain't heard it like that's the thing. I know Brat because she made some tracks, but she ain't made no tracks in a long time.
Right.
You understand? So a lot of times, what do? Esau, they'll search out what their lust is, like it's saying Psalm 64, right? And then they'll exploit that because they say, you know what? just like Jennifer Lopez, she became an actor. LL Cool J became an actor. Like they just like, damn, y'all started 50 Cent. All of them started off as artists. And then they just become these legendary actors. I'm like, damn, how does that happen? How come all these musicians just become successful actors? Why? Because they say, all right, if you do this, this, and that, I will make sure that you set for life.
Right.
And that's how I look at this thing with the brat, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying she was a saint. I'm not saying that she wasn't always a tomboy. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is she needs probably some money, right? So they say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's stage this. You had something?
I was just going to say, that's actually a scriptural, Cap. Give me that in Matthew 4:8. Well, the devil tempted Christ like that. That's the same thing that happens in the industry. The industry will promise you all kind of things as long as you go with his agenda, as long as you push whatever agenda they got going on. And whenever you pay attention to any of the black celebrities right now that's getting any media play, they are going along with whatever the agenda is. Very, very few black celebrities are stepping against the agenda. Read that.
Right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 4 and verse 8.
Read.
Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain.
This is Satan trying to tempt Christ right after Christ came off his 40-day fast. Read.
And showeth him all the kingdoms of the world.
Showed him all the things he can give him. Look at all this stuff I can give you.
And the glory of them. And saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
So pay attention to what's going on in the industry. When you see these people pushing stuff that you know they wasn't on before they got famous, understand this is exactly what happened to them. The devil gave them a proposal. If you want to stay famous, I can give this to you, but you got to do what I say do. You got to push the LGBT. You got to say you good with this. You got to say you everything that goes against what God say do. And that happened with Christ as well.
Hey, the thing about it, I could say there was always that suspicion, you know, that the brat may be like that. She always just like boy, you know, in boys' clothing. But she ain't come out like that before. It's a different. Give me the one in not Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach 16:8 with the pride. It's a different day and age right now because when it comes to the LGBTQ movement, the transgender movement, it's becoming more of the norm. People feeling more comfortable and more emboldened to do these things.
Right.
You understand? Because obviously back in the day, Brett ain't never come out as that. Why? Because she knew that mess was wrong.
She dated Allen Iverson at one point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they dated at one point, but he never married her, so he basically whored her sister.
Why's the camera on me for? What's the cameraman doing over there? He's sleeping.
He was sleeping.
Yeah,
Let's put the camera on this guy.
the Brad and Allen Iverson was dating at one point, and he never married the sister, so basically, in all, he basically whored the sister out.
Right.
So, but still, she never came out, and she always had that tomboy spirit on her.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, AI, you ain't right, brother. AI is not right. I didn't know that. I did not know that. What I call Wisdom of Solomon? No, Sirach 16, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read that for me, please.
The book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 8.
Come on.
Neither spared he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride.
Abhorred them for their what?
For their pride.
Read.
He pitied not the people of perdition.
Right, the people that is set for destruction. Meaning what? If you sin against God, you are going to be destroyed. Thus save the Lord. So it says God hated them for their pride. Now, I'm glad you bring that out, Officer Elijah. Give me the one in Romans 1. Romans 1 and 32. Because obviously she know she ain't supposed to be out here dyking.
Right.
She knows that thing. Do me a favor. Read 25.
Romans chapter 1 verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie.
26.
For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections.
Come on.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Right. Even the women changed the natural use. Why? Because they changed the truth into a lie.
Right.
Okay. Now, here's what I wanted to get. Give me verse 32. All right, off of the statement you had made a few moments ago. Watch this.
Verse 32. Who knowing the judgment of God.
There it is. Who knowing the judgment of God. Because obviously if she was with AI, she know that she was not made to be kissing and touching on women.
Right.
You understand? Read that again.
Who knowing the judgment of God.
She knows she's not supposed to be a lesbian. Go ahead.
That they which commit such things.
Which they that commit such things. Go ahead.
Are worthy of death.
Are worthy of death. There's another point, Sirach 7 as well, about shameless daughter, or care of your daughter. Give me verse 23, I believe it is. Okay? The sign should have been there, man. The sign should have been there. Her whole, her whole swag that she had or whatever. And we're really going to dive into that later in today's topic of the day. that's an abomination.
That's right.
She was dressing as a man. Give me that Deuteronomy 22:5 real quick.
Bring it out.
And that leads to this today at her older age of 48.
Right.
Okay? So when they dated, like when AI first came out, like in the 90s or something like that? Yeah, find that for me. All right, read this real quick. Deuteronomy 22:5.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5.
Go ahead.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Go ahead.
For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Right, it says everybody who does that, who dresses disorderly against the natural design of the Most High God, it says that you are an abomination. Thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
That's what it says. So give me the one in Sirach 7 now. I want verses 23 and 24. Let me hear that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 23.
Watch this.
Hast thou children? Instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth.
Right. Bow down thy neck from thy youth. This is just showing you these are the results, the ongoing results of the broken black family. That's what this is, to be honest with you. Because obviously, man, that should not have been her path. You understand?
Right.
Because she knew that mess was wrong. That's why she ain't come out openly and say that. She was tomboyish, but she knew better. Okay? But I'm talking about the tomboy spirit. The tomboy spirit should have been nipped in the bud by her parents. Her father, most importantly.
That's
okay? Read the next verse.
Verse 24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body.
Right. Have a care of their body. Meaning what they wear. You don't want your daughter out there wearing nothing skimpy. And you don't want your daughter out there wearing nothing of the opposite sex.
That's right.
That's what the Bible says. It says have a care over her body. Having a daughter is different than a son. You got to be very, very, very careful with the daughter. I'm not saying don't be careful with your sons, but I'm saying you got to be very, very careful with these sisters.
That's right.
These daughters. You have something?
Yes, sir. That's why God chose Abraham, because he knew he gonna rule his household.
Right.
See, that's why once you take the black man out the household, it's fall apart. And Esau know that. The white man know that.
Right.
That's why they came up with the Willie Lynch letter and things like that. Because it keep going on and on and on. Nothing had changed. It ain't nothing new up under the sun.
Right.
So that's why we got to wake up and come back to the truth of this Bible.
You got it, Officer Elijah?
I posted an article in there.
All right, pull it up, IT. Pull it up about the brat and AI. Read that.
The brat opens up about her whirlwind romance with Allen Iverson. Dish Nation.
Hey, I'm sorry. That show you that. Hey, do me a favor. Hold that. That show you that is that's a demon on them.
Yeah.
That's a mental disorder.
Right.
Showing you what you cannot be one thing and then be the next and say that's the way God created me.
Right.
You can't do that. That show you that's never how you really felt in the first place. That was just a demon that was playing on you, and you decided to entertain that thing.
Right.
That's all that really is. Go back to the clip with her and the other lesbian. Notice the eye play. Notice the one on the left.
Then we got such a huge
To the
response.
beginning,
It was like,
please. To the beginning. Follow me.
DeBrat and her wife, Jessica Judy Harris Dupart, are expecting their first child, and they're exclusively telling people when they made the decision to expand their family.
I think it was around the time of the wedding
Why
that
she
we
staring at
started
it like
discussing it, decided to extend our family. It's been quite a
I'm telling
journey.
you, looking at that, they don't feel comfortable doing that stuff.
Right.
Bro. That's the thing about it. That's uncomfortable. No. That is a demon on the both of those sisters right there, man.
Sure.
Hey, go to the clip with not clip, but the article with Allen Iverson. I want to read that real quick.
Dish Nation co-host and rapper DeBrat is getting more candid about her personal life than ever before. The platinum-selling artist recently confirmed she's dating Jessica Dupart and is opening up about her journey with sexuality. As someone who identifies as bisexual, DeBrat's relationship history includes briefly dating a controversial Love and hip-hop cast member. But the one she says she fell the hardest for is NBA star Allen Iverson.
Go ahead.
DeBrat recalls her relationship with Allen Iverson, says things ended because of Iverson's infidelity. In an interview with Candy Burris on Burris's YouTube series, Speak On It, DeBrat details several high-profile relationships from her past. While she's dated both men and women, it would be Iverson who swept her off her feet.
Now, that's the thing about it. A lot of our sisters, they like to blame, becoming lesbians because of the man, right? Give me the one in Sirach 37. It's because our sisters are very far removed from the laws of God.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted. You know, it goes both ways, but at the end of the day, you got to have some accountability as well.
That's right.
Right.
All right, give me Sirach 37:12. Watch this.
Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 12.
Come on.
But be continually with a godly man.
Right. That's obviously AI, not a godly man, right? That's not what he promotes. He had infidelity. You know that lifestyle he lived. He lived the celebrity lifestyle.
Right.
All right. So she was looking for love in all the wrong places
Right.
to the point where what? That demon grew even stronger. That homosexual demon grew even stronger on her because of her bad experiences
Right,
with men.
right.
Okay. But that's the issue. That's the issue. That's not an excuse to sin. That's for you to do what? You got to do better. You got to apply God's commandments. Hey, do me a favor real quick. You had something before we move on?
I was just going to point out how even the fact that she wanted to date Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson had a reputation for being a bad boy, and that's what our sisters normally go after. I'm pretty sure more men that was probably good men probably tried to talk to her and her parents. She rejected them, and that's when our women get done wrong by the person they want, as opposed to taking the person who probably good for them.
Right.
And then they blame the whole world for their action that they do after that. No, that's wrong. What you should do is, like the Bible says, seek a godly man. That's what Kat was just reading. Be continually around a godly man. If she was hanging around commandment keepers, I guarantee she wouldn't have ended up a bed wench or a baby mama, or she wouldn't have ended up having her heart broken. She would have ended up with a man who would have married her, and she would have never went down the path that she on right now. But who was teaching that back then? That's why the Israelites on the streets every day teaching, come back to the laws of God. Get married. Don't give up your body. Don't have sex till you get married. And marry males marry females, females marry males. No homosexuality things that's being pushed in the world today.
Hey,
That's
real quick for the sake of time, let's get the next one. Sierra, I want to spend some time on this one right here. I am so proud of the internet for this one.
Right.
All right, I like this one right here. Pull that up for me, please.
Atlanta Black Star, telling us we don't need no man, and she's married. Sierra's single woman's anthem backfires after fans bring up her relationship with Russell Wilson.
Right. So, hey, real quick for the sake of time, I'll say this. I don't know why they jumping on what's her name, Sierra, because Beyonce been doing the same thing for forever, and she been married to Jay-Z for how long? But I say they did. I guess you know what? I don't guess. It's because of the Israelites.
That's right.
That's why they're coming to their senses. That's why they're calling Sierra out for her garbage, her hypocritical music. All right, but go back to the article. Let's read some of this real quick.
Sierra appears to be very excited about her new music, but a few people called her out for hypocrisy for an upcoming single women anthem. The Ride vocalist previewed her new song, For the Girls, in a recent Instagram video where she can be heard singing. This is for the girls getting money. This is for the girls that don't need no man. This is for the girls who's in love with theyself. This for all the girls who done did it by theyself. As the contemporary R&B tune continued, Sierra spelled out independent in a harmonizing manner right before the beat dropped and her chorus began.
What the hell?
The 37-year-old seemed satisfied with her song's outcome because she nodded her head to the song's beat while swaying her body back and forth and singing over top the recorded melody. This is for my girls. This is for my girls. Hey, this is so good, Sierra said after the music slowly faded away. Her teaser maintained over 1 million plays with over 3,300 comments from fans who shared their excitement for this new song.
Come on now, dawg.
This sounds like the old CC we've been waiting for. Wow, can't wait for this to drop. Although the Texas-born, Georgia-raised singer received love on her page, there were several comments under the Shade Room's reposted video that questioned why Sierra was creating an anthem about being single when she's seemingly in a happy and healthy relationship with Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson.
Right. So those who, pay attention to, I guess, the music world, the sports world, Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's like he gets a lot of slack. He gets a lot of hate because he's like the golden child. He's not a bad boy. He's a husband. Right, you understand? Right. So they like to talk bad about him. But she married him. Right. Now she's telling all the girls to do what? Do it by yourself. Do it on your own. It's like, wait a second. That's not what you're doing. Right. And finally, they actually called her out for that. Go back to the article.
That's right.
Read that.
Mama, you have a very
wealthy. It says ma'am.
Ma'am, you have a very wealthy and successful husband. What are you talking about?
Right, so they're saying, wait a second. You're gonna make a anthem for the women out there, but you're not in the same situation.
Right.
Go back. Read.
Not her telling us we don't need no man, and she married after her prayer. A few fans defended the Grammy Award winning artist by breaking down their own belief about the song's meaning.
All right, hey, but real quick, the issue is we're looking for leadership and role models in all the wrong places.
Right.
The thing about it is, just because you have money or a hit song, that does not make you a leader.
Right.
What's his name? Charles Barkley. He had like an ad campaign back in the day, back in like the early 90s. Said, I'm not a role model. Right? Why? Just because you dribble a basketball, sing a song, you're not a role model.
Right.
But what I am proud of in today's society, that's how it is. The kids look up to these stars and celebrities, but now, for the first time, they actually calling the celebrity out and holding them accountable.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing. You had something?
Yes, sir. One thing that I noticed is that you could tell there's an agenda there. What do I mean by that? The way they cleave on people that are willing to cause our people to go off, instead of take an example of my what's her name again? The girl that was Monica, the one that used to be big, that lost weight.
Oh, Monique.
Yeah. She was vouching for for women to marry and take care of their husband, and all of a sudden, she lost her voice. She no longer in the media spotlight, and then you have people like her who promoting, saying, "Hey, the single life." All that is showing you that you allude to that earlier. I'm gonna get that scripture, Psalm 64 and verse 3. What you're seeing here, Esau is using those of us that are like at high places to continue pushing their agenda through those successful brothers and sisters. Read that for me.
Psalms chapter 64 and verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him.
They shooting secretly at the perfect, which are the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
They set up trap for us in secret. How? They put it in songs. They put it in the NBA. They put it in all kind of entertainment, whatever that it may be. These are distractions to keep us in sin. Go ahead.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep.
You can't take them for granted. And our sisters, brothers will do anything to continue their agenda.
No, real talk. Do me a favor. Let's go to some of the pictures, the snapshots from social media. I want to read some of these. So that was her. That was the video that was reposted by the Shade Room, and these are some of the comments from some of the fans out there.
Sierra, please stop this now. We're tired of being independent. We want a life like yours. Please.
Hey, give that sister a round of applause.
Wow.
I see. It's about time. Our sisters. Yeah. Hey, there is hope for the black and Hispanic sister out there.
Right.
There's hope for y'all. All praise to the Father. Go back to it. Go back to it.
That's right.
We want a life like yours. Please stop promoting this type of music when you're going straight home to get loved on.
There it is, man. Because they like, wait a second, man. I keep begging this music. I keep listening and following you. But shit, wait a second. It's backfiring on me.
Right.
Because they the one going to the club looking for love, but they going home single every night. Right. You understand? That's not the move. All right? Let's go to the next one, please.
The audacity with a big-ass ring on her finger. Nobody don't feel like being independent and paying all the bills by themselves.
Oh, praises to the Father. They're coming back. Give me that in, what's that, 1 Timothy 5:14, man? And then give me the one in Titus.
Bring it out.
All right, give me the one in Titus first. Give me Titus 2. Give me Titus chapter 2. All right, getting back to the true nature. All praise to the Father.
That's right.
And it's because of the prophets of the Lord teaching constantly, unstopping. What's it? Clubhouse. You got camp. You got classrooms, 24/7. IUIC TV. It's because of the prophets. They're making We are making a dent.
That's right.
That's what's happening. And our people are slowly but surely starting to wake up. All praise to the Father. Read that for me, please.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior, as becometh holiness.
Come on.
Not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Read on.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands.
To do what?
Love their husbands.
To love their husbands.
Right.
As you can see by the comments of some of those sisters, that's what they want. That's what they yearn for. And by design, man, it's America that has disrupted the mind of our sisters.
Right.
By design, all these sisters want to get married. They want somebody to protect them and guide them. But what happens? They have bad relationship experiences like we alluded to earlier with the brat. And then they get hurt, they get brokenhearted, then they say, I don't need a man.
Right.
Yes, you do. You do need a man to survive. You need a man to protect you and take care of you. Don't listen to what America is out there teaching you. Let's go back. Some of these comments. These comments is good. We're going to read these comments. All right, go back to it.
I love Sierra, but it's obvious when she is just trying to make a song for the sake of a hit. Talking about all the girls who don't need no man. Like we are all grown and want the same as you, sis.
Right. So, you know, a lot of this is coming from, so I can't give the sisters too much credit. Some of them are what they had their hot girl summers, and now they ready to settle down.
That's what it is.
They got the kangaroo pouch and the brain on the stomach. It's like, hey, we old now. We want to settle down.
Right.
But guess what? They're getting older and starting to realize that the music that they was listening to before was poison. All right, and it was setting them up for a, how can I say, an uneventful future.
Right.
Because at that time, you're out of your prime. A man only gets better through age.
Right.
Sisters, y'all decrease through age. So guess what? It's like, I used to be listening to that music in the club before, but damn, 10, 15, 20 years later, what, you still singing that? Nah, I want what you got. I don't want that no more.
Right.
All right, but it's too late. So the best thing, you younger sisters out there,
Bring it up.
guess what? Don't make the mistakes of your foremothers.
Right.
All right, make sure you follow in righteousness. All right, let's go to another comment. Let's go to another one.
Me searching for the girls that asked for this song.
Damn.
Go to the next one. Come on.
You going home?
Let's go. He's gonna read it. You know, the reader, he will read those type of words. Go to the next one.
LOL, the R&B and rap girls be getting in the studio promoting women to be single and alone. And after they're done, they go home to their man.
Right. And after they done, they go home to their mans. What y'all got on this, officers?
Hey, just to throw something out there, Cap. Like Sierra, not only like you pointed out earlier, you say they gave her husband flack for him being a good dude.
Right.
They never gave Sierra flack when Sierra been running around here not acting like a wife, because you know she be hanging with Megan Thee Stallion twerking while she married.
Nah, I ain't know that.
Yeah, in public places. They go to public places twerking.
Oh, no, Elijah be on it. Elijah be on it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but she's the one acting not like a wife, and ain't nobody been holding her accountable. So it's good to see that they're starting to hold her accountable. And a lot of these celebrities be rapping stuff that they don't push in their own lives, just like Cardi B was playing a song, and then her daughter walked in, she turned it off.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff they do. They're pushing messages to our kids, but they don't want their kids and their household to be reflective of what they're pushing in their music.
So Russell Wilson, you need to take note, because it sounds like your wife is for the streets.
Right.
That's what it sounds like to me. Because I know she was with that one, was it Future? She was with Future. She was with, who was she with before? Bow Wow. She was with Bow Wow too. She's been around. She's been in the industry. So Russell Wilson,
She out there.
he seems like the type of brother that's gonna do right by her and stuff like that. You might want to take note, bro.
He let her do too much. He need to have some kind of rules in his house. Hey, don't go outside in that. Hey, don't twerk. You only twerk home. In my eyes, no, that's not what a wife should be doing.
And you know what else I noticed is that based on the comments that was going on, instead of want to have going through man after man like Skittles, how about you try to get yourself
like Skittles?
That's a lot of Skittles.
That's what's going on. They call that what, bodies?
Catching bodies, yeah.
Instead of that, how about you try to get yourself one good man and you stick with that one man instead of doing that, because what you're doing in the process, you're gonna be comparing after comparing. Oh, he's not like the first one. He's not like that one. I gotta get that one from me. He wasn't right, but I need one that have this, that have that. But what you end up having, you whoring yourself and end up being single at the end, and that's bad. Bad news.
Right. Yeah. Right. Just like when you got like a what's the thing, the screw gun, right? And after a while, you say you're doing drywall.
Right.
You know, you make a mistake. You can only make so much mistakes because you're not going to be able to put that back in there because it's worn out.
Right.
It's
That's
spread. It's stripped. All of that. Take note what the officer is saying right there. Hey, it's only one. And that's how it should be. But those sisters, they're figuring this out after the fact.
Too late.
They're like, damn, Sierra, you've been lying to us the whole time. But on a good note, they're at least calling out for it.
That's right.
What you had, officer?
Yeah, just tell, man, these sisters out here, just don't be a doorknob. Don't let everybody get a turn.
Doorknob.
I didn't expect that from Samson. I wish I had sound effects today, IT. I would have been hitting all types of sound effects today. But all praises, man. Hey, do me a favor, man. Let's drop that. Let's get into the topic of the day. Topic of the day, man. We was talking about what? We went to go see Ant-Man.
Right.
And what, Quantumania? That's what it's called, right? Quantumania, where they got the multiverse and all that stuff, whatever. And the brother Johnathan Majors was exceptional in the film.
He was. Yeah.
All right, that's #1 movie in America right now, without a shadow of a doubt. But Johnathan Majors, he's the fuel for today's topic of the day.
Wow.
All right, so let's put that up. What's today's title?
He made it.
He made the topic.
America's agenda to effeminize the black man.
America's agenda to effeminize the black man. So like I was saying, hey, put up some pictures of our brother Johnathan Majors in some of the movies. Hey, what's the name of this one? This is on Netflix.
That was
Right. The Harder They Fall. This was an excellent movie.
That's all right.
This was an excellent movie. Let's pull up the next picture. This is what, Lovecraft Country?
Yeah, that was good
Yeah,
too.
that was good.
Right, that was on, was it HBO? Or
I forgot what it was on, but it was good.
yeah, I haven't seen it. I heard about it.
It's good.
I heard it was real good.
was real good.
Okay. All right. What's the next one? Same thing. Go ahead. Come on, IT. All right. This was in the Ant-Man movie. Where he played Kane the Conqueror. All right, as the villain.
He did good on that one,
he
too.
did excellent, man. I was like, damn, this is a good movie. All right. What else you got? And this is Creed 3. That's dropping, I think, in March.
Yes,
So he plays the counterpart of Michael B. Jordan in Creed 3. So the brother's blowing up, right?
Yeah.
So y'all can take that down. The brother is blowing up. He's doing his thing in the acting game. Very brilliant brother, very talented brother. All right. So Esau wasted no time on this one.
Damn.
Normally they let him, get going a little bit longer.
Right.
He just came on the scene like the last 3-4 years. All right, but let's put up the next article. Let's put up the next article, man. Watch this. So now he comes from looking manly in The Harder They Fall, Lovecraft Country, playing a strong villain in Ant-Man Marvel, in a Marvel flick.
Right.
Now he's chestless,
What is that?
with no shirt, shirtless, showing his chest, throwing roses. How y'all feel about that right there?
You know that kind of go with what you were saying earlier. It goes with what we are teaching out there, because it go like just like Black Panther, how a lot of Jake started to think highly of themselves.
Right.
We can't have that.
Too much of positive imagery.
We got
out there.
to
Right.
and bring a sister to run the same role. Now you don't have that manly character anymore.
Right, now you got the woman leading the man.
Same thing with him. He who have a strong look, strong figure. Like, oh, black people might start looking up to him as a strong figure. Let demasculate him and make him look like like he's a batty boy.
Damn.
That's bad.
No, but you're 100% correct. It is because of that. At the end of the day, they want to control the narrative.
Right.
All right, because they understand how dangerous it is for us just to get just an inkling of positive
That's it.
imagery.
Right.
Yes,
All right, because we will change in a drop. Give me that one and give me Genesis 49.
And you
All
know
right.
that's right.
Who shall rouse him up? All right, give me that one. Watch this, y'all. Give me Genesis 49.
The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
Go ahead.
He stooped down. He couched as a lion.
Right, he crouched as a lion, meaning what? He was ready to attack the prey. This took place during what? The Civil Rights Movement.
Right.
Meaning what? The white man thought it was over then. They was like, oh, shoot. This is according to Bible prophecy. They're about to wake up. Because our people started getting a sense of self. We called each other brother. We called each other sisters.
Right.
Marriage was very strong within the black and Hispanic community at that time. Read.
He couched as a lion, and as an old lion.
And as an old lion.
Who shall rouse him up?
How did he become an old lion? Through music, the hip hop, the gangster rap, drugs, the crack epidemic. Okay, systematic racism. All right, this is how that strong black figure went to sleep. But guess what? The Israelites are on the earth again. And we are the last ones. Like I say in Corinthians, God set us forth last after the Black Panthers, after the Nation of Islam. You understand? We came last to do what? Rile up the black man again.
That's right.
And what does Esau do? They take one of our prominent uprising stars and emasculate him in front of the whole world. So they could try to push an agenda.
That's right.
All right, give me that in Sirach 13 and 23. And it's strategic, it's calculated, all of that. All right, because he's famous. They're going to list people, the younger, the docile that really don't know what's going on, they will follow that example.
Right.
Oh, yeah, and callers, always call in for topic of the day. I'd like to hear your input. So read this for me, please.
The book of Sirach, chapter 13, verse 23.
Go ahead.
When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Right, and they understand that thing. Hey, we got a call already? Sheesh. Hey, Shalom caller. What's your question or your comment?
Hello?
Hey, Shalom sis. What's your question or your comment?
Oh, I can't believe somebody actually answered. I'm so excited. I'm watching you guys from New York.
Oh, sis.
My son. Shalom.
Today is your day, sis. Today is your day.
Today's my day. I can't believe it.
IT, can we give her a round of applause or
Come
something?
on, IT. Don't go to sleep.
So now I have a comment. I have a comment because they're talking about the Johnathan Majors.
Mm-hmm.
But at the Super Bowl, there was a guy who had like a blouse on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, pull that up.
So I wanted to tell them that there was a guy who was I forgot his name, but he was
Fletcher Cox.
He had a purple blouse on, looking very feminine. But I know he's from my son, who's a 16-year-old boy. Said he's a coach.
Damn. Oh no, he played in the Super Bowl. This is Fletcher Cox. Hey, stay on the line since we about to pull it up right now. IT, y'all got it? All right, pull that up for right there. That's what you're talking about. That's him right there in the church blouse, sis.
Damn, that's a grandma.
What the hell is this?
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Lord have mercy.
Damn.
But yeah, that's a current NFL player. He plays for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Man, what's his name? I don't know. I'm so excited. I don't even know.
What's you? Hello.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom, brother.
Hey, yeah. So hey, all praise to the Most High. Thank y'all for.
Is that Captain Matthias?
Yes, man. This Captain Matthias, sis.
Okay, my son and I are so excited.
Hello, Captain Messiah.
Hey, shalom. Most High Christ bless. Most High Christ bless.
We didn't know you guys were gonna answer. No, so I was just saying that I'm so sorry, I can't even get out. The man from the Super Bowl, he was dressed all in a blouse.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I had called because I figured you guys had forgotten about him.
Oh, we ain't forget about him since we roasted him for about 20-30 minutes last week. Yeah, we ain't forget about him.
I didn't see that part.
Yes, ma'am. But
Thank you for the great word, guys.
All praise to the Father. Thank y'all for calling in.
My son and I just started listening to watching IUIC, and
we're
doing
2 years.
Yeah, no, 6 months. What is
6 months?
6 months. And we brought our fringes and we watched you guys like nonstop.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
All praises to the Most High. Let's give him a round of applause. All praises. All praises. And we.
They gotta go. They gotta other callers.
Thanks, Captain Messiah.
All right, Most High Christ bless. Shalom. Hey, real quick, yeah, like we went in on that brother last week because he knows better than that, and you can see by his facial expression, he's like, damn, what am I doing, man? Yeah, they really talked me into wearing this blouse. Do me a favor, read that script and then go back to Johnathan Majors real quick. Watch this, y'all.
Sirach, chapter 13, verse 23.
Come on.
When a rich man speaketh, Every man holdeth his tongue.
Go ahead.
And look what he saith.
And look what he's saying. This is a strategic plot, design, a plan conjured up by our enemies to exploit us and make us forget that good word that they heard on in the streets of Brooklyn or Atlanta or wherever they may have been on YouTube. It's like, damn, man, this truth is spreading. We got to do something fast. We got to do something fast. Boom. One of our uprising stars and one of our strong men. At least that's what we thought.
Right.
Because a lot of our brothers, they'll do anything for the green. A lot of our brothers will do anything. All right, go back to the article with Johnathan Majors. Throwing rose petals. The hell is this?
You done lost your damn mind, Ray.
Hey, all right. Could you get away from? I want to read something.
Yes.
I want to read something. Read that for me, please.
When he's not wowing on red carpets or fielding scripts for his next project, Majors continues to lay the groundwork for the newly formed Sidney Poitier Initiative. Last December, Majors surprised the late actor's family with news of the program, which is in partnership with the Gotham Film and Media Institute.
All right, we got another caller. Hey, Shalom, caller. Shalom, caller. What's your question or your comment?
Shalom, shalom. I'm glad I got through. I didn't see the number on the bottom of the screen, so I couldn't call it. However, I kept putting it in the comments. What's the number? What's the number? What's the number? Then it popped up, so I quickly dialed it.
All
but nevertheless,
praises.
though, right? This brother Nehemiah. Hey, listen, right? In terms of this, the brat and this dude with the blouse and all this stuff that's going on in the earth in terms of this homosexual agenda is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all familiar with the brother Tyrone Hayes, right? And Tyrone Hayes said, back in back in 2014. 2014, this is when I was working in the system with juveniles, right? I don't want to get into that, but however, that's why I found out about this. I found out about this in 2014. And in 2014, he was talking about how from the 1950s, right? Listen to this carefully. From the 1950s, right, that they have been putting this witchcraft called atrazine into the foods and into the waters, right, that's supposed to make you gay, make you a homosexual. And I learned this, like I said, I learned this in the system. It's something that I want to say in the system because I know time is of essence, but it's real crazy how I found out about it and how I learned about it. But however, he said that he was going around doing seminars throughout the United States, teaching people that they put an atrazine in the foods and in the waters and in the vegetation, right? Damn. And when you eat it, it's after a period of time, it's supposed to make you gay, it's supposed to make you a homosexual. So if y'all not familiar with the brother Tyrone Hayes, I think it would be good to find this out because on one of his seminars, he talked about how there's so much in our waters, right, that we urinate like 300 liters of it out our urine on a daily basis. Like it's everywhere.
No. Hey, the scriptures speak about what they do in the dark, how they plot against us.
Right.
Give me that one in 1 Maccabees 3:52. And of course, we read it all the time. What's that, Ezekiel 4:13?
Yes, sir.
Defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. Hey, thank you for calling in, bro. We're gonna deal with that and get back to it. Right. Give me that 1 Maccabees 3:52.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 52.
Go ahead.
And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us.
Against us. They assemble themselves together. They think tanks. All right, go ahead.
To destroy us.
To destroy us. At the end of the day, that is their mission. That's their enterprise that they want to fulfill. Go ahead.
Right.
What things they imagine
what
against
things they
us.
imagine, meaning we touched that last week about, and Bishop touched that the week before about the chemicals that they putting in our food to attack, to bypass other races and other ethnicities and attack the Israelites. Meaning what they have that type of technology which is so advanced that it can target to destroy one group of people. Wow. Okay, read that again for us, please.
And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagined against us, thou knowest.
Thou knowest. So yeah, absolutely. We stick it to the scriptures. All right, we stick it to the scriptures. And give me that one, Ezekiel 4:13, real quick, because I want to get back to today's topic. All right, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. Bring it on. With the defiled foods, they've been putting hormones in our foods, man. Right. They've been testing on us the Tuskegee experiment. I forget the name of the doctor, what the program was, but when they used to test on our sisters, used to sterilization. Exactly. These things have been going on against the children of God. All right, read what you got.
Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13.
Come on.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
Right, we're going to eat our defiled bread, and only God knows what they're actually putting in it.
That's right.
I would say. So let's stick to the scripts. There's no doubt about it that these devils that are on the earth, yes, they're trying to kill us. Yes, they're trying to force that homosexual agenda on us, because at the end of the day, if everybody's homosexuals, we can't reproduce.
That's right.
At the end of the day, and that's what they're trying to achieve.
That's right.
Go back to the article real quick. Go back to the article with Johnathan Majors. Read that. Read a little bit faster, please.
The main mission of SPI is to mitigate the issues our namesake had in making his transition to Hollywood, says Majors, who alongside the Black List founder Franklin Leonard had begun rallying several Hollywood powerhouses to lend their voice to the organization. Early adopters who have already said yes to the program include Holly Berry, producer Stephanie Allen, Bray, and casting director Kim Coleman. For us, that's opening doors, networking, and meeting people.
All right, real quick. So he's working on different projects, things of that nature. All right, but I want you to scroll down. I want you to look at the whole photo shoot, all right, because of next article. So you see him in a pink do-rag, showing his, scroll down.
Come on now,
being,
dog.
what's it called? Immodest.
Come on.
All right.
The hell is this?
All pink. I don't know what damn book you reading. His back is lazy with rose petals.
Boy,
I don't know what the hell's going on right here. Scroll down.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Come on, IT. And this is the one a lot of people are familiar with, this one right here. So let's go to the next article where he responds to the backlash that he's been catching for shooting these gay pics.
Yeah.
All right, read that, please.
Johnathan Majors responds to criticism over his beautiful blackness ebony cover. Yeah. It's always good to make a ruckus.
So he says it's always good to make a ruckus. Read some of that, please.
Johnathan Majors is unbothered by the criticism he received in response to his anime-inspired cover shoot for Ebony's February issue.
Now, he's been catching hell all over YouTube, all over Twitter, all over that. So his response is he was doing it based off of an anime character. Now,
come on now, dog.
That was like, how many photos was that? Like 5, 6, 7 photos? Y'all got the side-by-side of the, okay. So according to Majors, he says he did this photo shoot based off of this character. But what about the one he in his drawers with the rose petals?
Right.
What about the rest of that?
What is this?
Obviously, no, this is an agenda. You're not going to try to just sweep this under the rug like this was just something dealing with anime. No, that's not the situation. This is much further, and that's what we're going to dive in today.
Right.
America is pushing a initiative. They're pushing a agenda.
Right.
Take that off. Go back to that article, please. Read that.
Majors was styled by Alexander Julian Gibson for the cover shoot, who drew inspiration from his favorite anime character, Don Quixote, Don Flamingo, from One Piece. The stylist showed some behind-the-scene images from the photo shoot on Instagram to show how he came up with the stylish look. Black webs for him.
Jump down for me, please. Scroll down. All right, read that.
While the majority of the responses to the cover were positive, there was a small group of critics who found the cover to be emasculating, according to the hot new hip-hop.
Go ahead.
Majors recently hit the red carpet for the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania premiere where he was asked about the cover shoot and the negative comments it received. The Harder They Fall star recalled being in another photo shoot when he stated receiving an onslaught of notifications in response to the cover. I look at my phone and I go, oh no, oh yes, he said. I think about the photo shoot and the folks that were there, all the wonderful folks and the culture. It's great, beautiful blackness, art, cultural creativity. That's what we're about. It's always good to make a ruckus. When it's a positive ruckus, make the positive ruckus.
See that? You see, he says it's a positive ruckus. So meaning what? He's supporting the agenda.
Right.
He's not coming out and saying this. No, but he's supporting it. He's not speaking against it. He's not apologizing for it. That means what? They got him.
They got him.
They got him. Now go to the one with Chappelle. All y'all should be familiar with this interview.
The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself.
He did with Oprah years ago. I think it's like 06, 07 or something like that. But he reveals Hollywood's plan to emasculate the black man.
Right.
So this ain't just start with Johnathan Majors. This is not just in Hollywood either. And we're going to take a little minute to dive into this and where this really comes from. All right, so play that for us real quick, please.
The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody's watching.
Yes, yes.
Show business has to do with compromise and wearing the mask. You know, when they say black folks, we wear that mask. You walk in that boardroom, it's not like you don't walk in the boardroom like, what's popping, baby? You know, you gotta put that mask on, and you know, it's like we're bilingual. We speak job interview and we speak around each other. You know what I'm saying?
Did you feel like a sellout?
I felt like they got me and touched my inner coon. They stirred him up.
Hey, Chappelle said they touched his inner coon. So he admitting, he's like, you know what, I messed up. I ain't really want to do this. So the interview, as it goes on, it gets a little awkward for Oprah because she really can't believe that he's exposing the industry secrets out on her show.
Right.
All right, so let's play on. Let's play on.
When we was doing that sketch and that guy laughed, I felt like, man, I felt like they got me. They got me. I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, why all these brothers got to wear a dress? This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Right. Yeah. So as it goes on, we can't play the whole clip, but as it goes on, he talks about when he's on set for Blue Street. When he shot with Martin, they tried to put him in a dress, and he refused. But he said, damn, I already said no. They kept coming back. And at the end of the day, Oprah, she get real awkward during the interview. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and check out the full interview. But we went there to show this. It is an agenda. So that's back in 2006. It's 2023 today. And we're going to go back even further. All right, we're going to keep digging until we get to the root of the thing, right? Right. Do me a favor. There's something that is called dialect and enlightenment. Get that ready. That should be after this next video. I want Lil Nas X, this guy.
Damn.
This guy from ATL, all right, from Atlanta. Lil Nas X out of Atlanta. He says it on stage. He knows it's an agenda. Now watch this. Watch this. And he's accepting some type of award or something like that. Play that clip.
Let's go!
Hey, stop it. Can y'all turn it up? It's very low. Very, very low. Turn that up for us.
Okay, first I want to say thank you to the gay agenda. Let's go, gay agenda!
So that's the thing. Hey, stop. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's a gay agenda. And that's why your man's Johnathan Majors said when it's a good ruckus, he's happy for it. Because it's an agenda that he co-signs with it. And they try to make it like a peaceful thing, all accepting. Oh, you got to do that for your gay fans too. But at the end of the day, you got to have some type of morals, bro. What y'all got on this?
Yes, sir. You know what I see? Michael J. White says the same thing that Dave Chappelle said. But I got a precept to go along with what we're going over. Give me Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9.
Speak it to the mic, officer.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. Read that for me.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
That goes into covetous. When you doing good, you on your you going up as far as doing well in your career. Why not settle with what you have? Your moral is all you got. Go ahead.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels.
That's what a lot of those celebrities do. They'll go ahead and cast out their bowels just for more money.
They won't get certain scripts or different roles if they do not do what Johnathan Majors did, or if they don't give it up.
That's crazy.
Cat Williams will tell you.
Right.
Cat Williams say all the time, other movie stars allude to it as well.
Right.
All right. So that's Holly weird right there. That's how they get down in that industry. But do me a favor, pull up the what I called before, the Enlightenment. What is it called? The Enlightenment, the Dialect of Enlightenment. Read that for me, please.
Of the book, Dialect of Enlightenment, 1947, wherein they propose that popular culture is akin to a factor producing standardized culture, cultural goods, films, radio programs, magazines, etc. They are used to manipulate mass society into passivity.
See that? It's used, they use these public figures, they use these films, radio programs, magazines. Ebony's a magazine, right? And they use it to manipulate the masses.
Right.
Obviously, this is a certain demographic that they want to manipulate.
Right.
And it's you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Because that resonates with us. That's one of
Right.
our own out there. Just like I think you brought that out last week in 2 Maccabees 6 with the forefather Eleazar.
Right.
This is a give me that real quick. Let's go back to it. Our people need to understand these things. Our
Right.
people need to read the 2 Maccabees 6:18. Okay? With someone of notoriety, one of our elders who was of good report. Okay? They wanted to use him to control the rest of us and have us follow after those same wicked examples. Read that.
2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18.
Go ahead.
Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh.
Constrained, meaning what? Forced, all right? They forced him to do that. Meaning what? Johnathan Majors, hey, you might not have seen him in a lot of these movies if he didn't do what he did. All right, so he was forced to do it, but at the end of the day, he did have a choice. He said, you know what? I want to further my career, so I'm going to do it. But there's always a choice, and we're going to show you that. Eleazar had a choice too.
You know that's
Read.
right.
But he, choosing rather to die gloriously.
Choosing rather to do what?
Die gloriously.
Hey, a lot of our people don't understand this. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Meaning what? You got to be willing to stand for these commandments. You got to be willing to die for these commandments.
That's right.
Otherwise, you're going to be put
right.
in a bad predicament. You're going to be put in danger of the judgment. Okay, read that again, that verse.
But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination.
Right, to live stained. Now, hey, neighbors, he got to live with that. You can't say you ain't do that, bro. It's like, hey, bro, I saw you, bro. You had the roses in your hands. Your chest was all out. Bro, that's on you. That's now any movie role is like, damn, I can't believe it because I know this dude's a sissy. You understand? Because you allowed the enemy to emasculate you before the whole world.
That's right.
And cast a stumbling block before your people. But the forefather Eleazar, he didn't do that.
Right.
He was willing to die for the commandments of God rather than what? Just for a few dollars?
That's
right. He said, I'll die for the commandments. I don't want my name to be stained and then somebody who come after me follow my bad example.
Bring it up.
He didn't want that.
That's right.
Give me Isaiah 9:16.
Bring it up.
Hey, we actually got a lot to go over, so we need to get into it. But hey, this is a heavy topic because this is the state of the Black America right here.
Right.
And we're sick of it. We're sick and tired of seeing the black man in that type of light. We don't want to see him like that before. Read that, Isaiah 9:16.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16.
Come on.
For the leaders of this people cause them to err.
It says the leaders of this people cause them to err. Meaning what? Fall into more wickedness.
Right.
We need to get back to the Eleazars. We need to get back to the Jesus Christ. We need to get back to Paul. We need to get back to these examples.
Right.
All right. So we could get out of this predicament as a nation.
Right.
All right. Real quick.
That's
Let's go to the next one. What we got? All right. Go to the top, please. Let's get the title. Starting out the first paragraph. Read that, please.
Androgynous fashion styles.
All right. The history of androgynous fashion up to contemporary times. Now go back to the top, please. To the top. So what do you see? You see an Edomite that is looking crazy as hell, and you got Jaden Smith. His name Jaden, right?
Yes.
Jaden Smith on the right-hand side. Now it says the history of androgynous fashion up into contemporary times. Meaning what? When you see a man like Johnathan Majors come out and do that, that's not new. Right. They've been pushing this agenda since the beginning of times. Esau, they've been doing this for a long, long time. And they understand that this is what detrimental to the Israelites. Right. Because the Most High God, he acknowledges marriage.
That's
when you do things like this goes
right.
against the black family, the black household. All right, but we're going to jump into some of this. Read the first paragraph for me, please.
Androgynous fashion styles are in vogue right now. If you're not familiar with the term, you might be tempted to believe that androgynous fashion is a new concept. However, the origin of androgynous fashion can be traced back to the 17th century. But in order to understand the development of androgynous fashion, we must first define the term. And to define it, we must first look at the origin of the word androgynous. Also, we'll find out that an androgynous person, what an androgynous person is, in the context of fashion.
All right, so read the next one. What is androgynous?
What is androgynous? Androgynous comes from the Latin word androgyny and has a Greek origin. The Greek word for constructed from andros, man, and gun, woman, pronounced androgen. The word described a mix of male and female physical characteristics.
You see that? A mix of male and female. A mix, gender neutral.
Right.
All right? You're witnessing what? History repeating itself. Give me Ecclesiastes 1.
Bring it up.
Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. You're seeing history repeat itself all over again. All right, read that for us. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yeah.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Come on.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
Right. There's no new thing under the sun. Man could try to convince you and lie to you to say this is, no, it's not new. It is not new. All right. So go back to that article for me, please. All right. Read the rest of that.
Nowadays, androgynous describe an identity under the non-binary and transgender umbrellas. Now, this might sound a bit complicated, so I'll briefly explain the difference between sex and gender.
I'm glad somebody said it, because all that gender neutral, non-binary, it is very complicated. It's very confusing.
Right.
Isaiah. It's either Isaiah 30 and 3 or 31 and 3. I want the confusion of Egypt. Give me that one. I think it's Isaiah 30 and 3. It is very, very, very confusing. And that's the thing. It's androgyny by another name now, okay? They're not calling it androgyny anymore. They used to call it androgyny back in like the 80s.
Message.
What'd you say? 30, all right, read that, Isaiah 30 and 3.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
It says, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. That's America today. Remember, the United States of America is spiritual Sodom and Egypt.
That's right.
Pharaoh was what? The king of Egypt.
Right.
All right, read it again from the top.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Go ahead.
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Your what?
Your confusion.
It's very, very confusing to see our brother emasculated up there like that. That's what it causes. It causes confusion, going outside of the God-given nature, the way that God created you to be, bruh. To go back to the article, please. All right, let's go, IT. Come on. All right, read that.
What is an androgynous person?
Did you read what is the difference?
Oh, I'm sorry. What is the difference between sex and gender? According to the World Health Organization, sex is a biologically conferred characteristic, whereas gender is a social construct. As such, there are variations in how people experience gender based on their own experiences.
So they're saying you could decide which gender you are based off of what you've gone through and what you've gone through in your sexual experience. That's confusion. That's confusion. Go back to it. What is an androgynous person? And we'll be done with this. Watch this.
What is an androgynous person? In this light, androgyny choose an identity that can be explained as either a blend of both or neither of the classic binary male-female genders. However, androgyny is often used in regards to sex or sexual identity. Overall, androgynes self-describe as between female and male, between man and woman.
And that's why they had him do what? Do that photo shoot. Because that's the agenda that they are pushing. You could drop that. Now, hey, I'm about to hurt some of y'all feelings. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
These two, everybody's familiar with these two that we about to put up. But guess what? They was pushing the same exact thing.
That's right.
That androgyny. Pull up the pictures. Michael Jackson.
Right.
Michael Jackson was very feminine. Very feminine. Fashioned his hairstyle after a woman.
Right.
Go to the next one. What is manly and austere about that right there?
Come on now, dog.
They've been pushing this type of movement for a long, long, long time. To do what? To worsen our situation.
Right.
Next one. Exactly. There's nothing manly. That's another photo shoot right there. There's nothing manly about that photo shoot at all, in any shape or any form. I don't know if I should do this, man. Y'all remember the track that Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy made together?
Yes.
You remember that?
The time.
Remember the time. I forgot about that. Nah, I'm talking about Eddie was actually on the track, though. You don't remember that music video they shot?
I kind of remember it.
You kind of remember it? All right, so we're going to play for Elijah.
No.
We're going to play for
Elijah.
Pull up the clip.
Congratulations.
Let's play for Elijah.
Spare me.
Yeah, hey, we can't play the music, though, but this is very androgynous behavior right here between Eddie and Michael. All right, pull that up. Play the clip. We wish we could play the music, but we can't.
Supposed to have sounds?
It's supposed to, but we're going to get flagged.
Damn. Oh, hell no.
He's whispering in his ear.
Hell no.
That's not right. That's not right.
Those little red horse with wings?
What is wrong with you?
I wish we could, man. Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about, though. For those who grew up around this time, y'all know this track.
I know.
Oh, yeah, see.
No.
Very suspect. Wow. Very androgynous. Right? Eddie obviously was the butch and Michael was the femme right there. But
Oh, hell.
Damn.
IT, can y'all wait for the cue? Damn. IT blowing every.
Come on
I got to choose my words wisely on this topic.
Come on, man.
All right, so obviously we got to get into it since IT couldn't wait for the signal.
Right. Come on.
All right, so Michael was first. He was pushing that androgynous type of, you know, he had the perm in that video just now, so there's nothing manly about that, brothers.
At all.
All right, so let's pull up your man's right here. Hey, I would like to note that Michael Jackson is from the tribe of Gad. I would like to note that he's from the tribe of Gad. He's not from Judah. A lot of us thought he was from the tribe of Judah for a long time.
Right.
He's not. He's from the tribe of Gad. And Prince is from the tribe of Ephraim.
Ephraim.
I'm
yeah.
glad
So-
you pointed it out, Kat.
I appreciate it.
All praise to the Most High.
Appreciate that thing.
So let's put up the next one. Put up the next one.
Research.
There it is.
Oh, damn.
That's your man. That's your man Prince.
Ooh,
That don't look right.
Lake Minnetonka himself.
he look nasty as hell.
Prince in the Revolution got him in a dress. Not just a dress, a mini skirt. A mini skirt. Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. Go to the next one. Go to the next
Ain't
one.
no way, boy.
Go to the next one.
Oh,
Obviously, they've been trying to put this on us for a long time.
Yeah, that's the old.
Because, hey, give me, let's go back to 2 Maccabees 8 with Nicanor. All right, 2 Maccabees chapter 8. I think it's verse 9 or 10. Let me hear 9.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Then forthwith choosing Nicanor, the son of Patroclus, and one of his special friends.
Read it again. Take your time, please.
Then forthwith choosing Nicanor, the son of Patroclus, one of his special friends.
Go ahead.
He sent him with no fewer than 20,000 of all nations.
All right, so he sent him to fight against Judas Maccabees because Judas Maccabees was giving him hell. All right, watch this.
To root out the whole generation of the Jews.
You see that? That's what the enemy wants to do.
Right.
Okay?
That's it.
And guess what? His mind changed, like I said in Habakkuk, right? So for the most part, they're just not rounding us up and killing us. This is what, like the brother mentioned earlier, they're trying to kill us through the food.
Right.
Psychological warfare. Okay? Putting this stuff in the media. So what? We'll follow after these known stars to destroy us even worse.
Right.
Read that part again. What he wants to root out. Read that part.
To root out the whole generation of the Jews.
Right. If you root out a whole generation, that's making them extinct.
Right.
And that's what they want to do by pushing these non-binary, gender-neutral, androgynous, all right, putting this emasculation on our men. That's their
Right,
ultimate
break it out.
goal.
Right.
All right. Go back to some of these pictures with Prince. All right, next one. And our people fall for it, man. Our people fall for it. I know a lot of people in the comments probably trying to stick up for Prince and Mike. Y'all better stop.
Dave Chappelle made a joke about how Prince was dressed when he did
Right.
story with Charlie Murphy.
Hollywood True Stories with
He had
Charlie
on-
Murphy.
He said he had on a woman blouse.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
They thought that Mickey Free was a woman.
Right.
Because Mickey Free was dressed like Prince.
Right.
You couldn't tell because that was the androgynous stuff going on. You couldn't tell the difference between them. Blow that up, man. Look at that stuff, bro.
hell no.
That's that androgyny right there. That looked like Johnathan Majors to the right. It's just a little bit extreme, but you know, that's what they're pushing on our people.
Every
All right.
day.
Somebody said party all the time in the comments. Hey, real quick. Hey, give me the next one. What we got? All right. So understand this. This goes even further back, all the way to was that the Willie Lynch letters, man.
Right.
Hey, and do me a favor, IT. I want to go back to the androgyny article after this because there's something else that I needed to touch in there. All right, so go to the Willie Lynch letters. Zoom in for us, please. I want the end of page 13 at the bottom.
Rick James is another one too, Cap.
Rick James. Yeah, Rick James.
The nigger must be broken.
No. Keep the body and take the mind.
Keep the body and take the mind.
Uh-huh.
Break the will to resist.
Okay. I'll read it. Go back to it. I'll help y'all out. It says, keep the body and take the mind. In other words, break the will to resist. So now I want you to go to the next page. I want pages 15 and 16. So read that paragraph for me, please.
When it comes to breaking the uncivilized nigger, use the same process, but vary the degree and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
Take the meanest and most restless nigger.
You see that? It say take the meanest and most restless. Bruh, the Johnathan Majors, but that dude cock diesel, man.
Right.
So they took a real manly one of our brothers. All right, go back to it.
Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers.
Wait a second. What are we reading right here, man? This is strategic.
Come and look at this.
This was planned out years and years and years before. Meaning what? Go to Deuteronomy 28:48. Watch this, y'all. This is not by accident. This is by design, y'all. Give me Deuteronomy 28:48. Watch this, y'all.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So we serve our enemies. Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Come on.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Right, because when you go back to Willie Lynch, we got the yoke of iron around our necks, right?
Yes, sir.
But it said until he had destroyed us. Meaning what? They're still publicly emasculating us just without the yokes of iron upon our necks.
Right.
That's all it is. Go back to the Willie Lynch letters. Take the meanest. Read that.
Take the meanest and most restless nigger. Strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining male niggers, the female, and the nigger infant. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a different horse, faced in opposite directions. Set him afire and beat both horses to pull him in part in front of the remaining niggers.
Next page. Zoom into that. Read that.
The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining nigger male to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. Don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful for future breeding.
Right, and that's what they're using with the rappers. That's what they're doing with the actors. They're not killing them. Well, yeah, they're doing that too, but they're keeping some. Why? Because they know that by them being that example, they can influence others.
Right.
All right, so we can stay in that docile mindset.
Right.
You had something, officer?
Yes, sir. Cap, it's just like we in a spiritual warfare, a real spiritual warfare. We not wrestling against the flesh and blood. Give me Ephesians 6 and 11. So what we got to do, we got to put on the whole armor of God. Because guess why? Because these is actually demons that we going against. So we need the Bible to help us fight off these demons. Read.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And what you seeing right now, what we going over, Cap? We are seeing the wiles of the devil. This is a spiritual warfare. Read.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world.
Of darkness of this world. And that agenda they are pushing, that gay agenda, that is the ruler of darkness.
Right.
So we got to put on the whole armor of God.
And it's programming too because they desensitize us. Could you go back to the androgyny article, the origin of it? Go back to the article. Let me see it, please. Scroll down. Origin of androgynous fashion. Read that for me, please.
Origin of androgynous fashion.
Go ahead.
Throughout history, dressing styles were imposed by social constructs according to gender. For example, trousers were traditionally a male form of dress.
And still are. And still are. Go ahead.
Frowned upon for women. However, social constructs do not fare well, especially when it comes to creative industries in general and fashion in particular.
Scroll down. Read that.
The earliest signs of rebellious androgynous fashion styles arose in England and France, initially sought as a form of exclusive dressing. Androgynous fashion was the preferred way to make the aristocratic class stand out visually.
Pull up the picture of George Washington, man. We see these images so often, right? You get desensitized. Bruh, that is a very homosexual outfit this guy has on.
Right.
First and foremost, he has on a wig. That's not his hair. That is a wig. Number two,
Come on now.
his coat is in like manner of a dress. He has on stockings. You understand that? How tight his pants. No, seriously, that right there has been in our face the whole time.
Right.
But we don't see it.
Right.
Because we've been programmed to follow America. Showing you back then, they was on that stuff back then. Right. Okay, understand that thing. For the sake of time, just get back on topic. I want to stay. What comes after the Willie Lynch letters? What I got next? Right. So yeah, we went over this last week, but we got to keep touching this, because at the end of the day, just like we read in the Willie Lynch letters, they want the man to be publicly humiliated, emasculated, effeminized in front of the women and the children. And that's what you see here in this image right here. But according to God's design, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It's not to be like that.
Right. That's right.
It's not to be like that. So understand this. The reason why it's America's agenda to emasculate or feminize the black man is to do what? It's a direct attack on the black household.
That's right.
That's what it is. Give me that 1 Corinthians 11. Come on.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Christ is God.
Right. So the order is God, Christ, man, woman. And of course, when you read with Sirach, the 3rd chapter, it says that the children are in subject to the mother, right?
Right.
So it's a hierarchy according to God's design, all right? Now go to that statue. We've been seeing this one a lot on social media. Very nice statue that depicts the proper order.
Oh, yeah.
You see how the child is on the strong black man's arms,
Right.
happy to be there. Look, daddy, pointing. You got the woman that he's supporting, and she's in her place, being guided by the strong black man.
Right.
That's 1 Corinthians 11 right there. All right? You have something, officer?
And you know what's funny about that, Cap? I was watching a short just to show you the mentality is there. They're showing you this young girl. She was telling her mother, saying, hey, you know how the man's supposed to be the breadwinner for the house, right? I'm talking about a little young girl. And the mom said, yes. And he says, such and such I was talking to. And he said something to me, and I said, that's why your B dad, use the B word.
Right.
And just to refer to him that he's not doing anything, he's at home playing games. So even a little girl know to talk down on a grown man, just to show you how far have we fallen.
Damn. And speaking on that effeminate man, give me that in 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, because God speaks on that. Man's supposed to be a man according to how God told us to be a man.
Right.
He gave it to us in 1 Kings 2 and 2, but read that, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9.
Just in case anybody don't think there's nothing wrong with being effeminate. There is something wrong according to the Most High God. Read that.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
So God is giving you a list of things that's not going to make it into the kingdom of God. Read.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
Nor what?
Nor effeminate.
So God is not letting you effeminate, blouse-wearing man into the kingdom. So, read.
We got a call? We take a quick call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, I'm on the air.
Yeah, you on the air, sis. Hey, Shalom, sis.
Oh, Shalom, Muslim Christ bless. I just want to comment on tonight's topic. I'm enjoying it, as well as the whole Sierra the singer. That's crazy. They always say they don't need a man. They push that agenda, like you don't need a man or whatever. But the thing is about it, that would mess up the whole, race. Meanwhile, they go home to their husbands. And also the topic about the brother Johnathan, that's just disgusting. Stuff like that. It's been going on, like y'all said, for years and years. But, we keep pushing, like y'all keep pushing and doing the thing, getting the word out there. to hopefully get it repented and stop it because they just destroying us. But meanwhile, you'll never see a white man, dressed up in a dress.
Right. You don't see that. It's all targeted against us.
Right.
No, excellent point, sis. Excellent point. Yeah, let's move on. I got a lot. I told you I got a lot today. What do we have next, IT? What do we have next? Let's get into it. Yeah. Y'all got the timestamp for me, right? All right, so now we finna venture into the hip-hop industry a little bit. All right, play that.
Hip-hop is turning African-American males into sissies. Scary thought, isn't it? But is that what's really going on? For years, the topic has been swirling on the internet. It probably didn't help when Kanye West performed on stage wearing women's blouses by French fashion line Celine, or when Young Thug wore an evening gown on the cover of his career-defining mixtape, Jeffrey. Nope, sorry.
So what do you see? You see hip-hop is a main contribution to that. You see Hollywood is a main contribution. Right. So what? They take us from the hoods. We come from nothing. Give us some money to say, okay, if you want to keep this money, this is what you got to do. And that's how our people is. 2 Maccabees 10. And a lot of our people fall for the bait. You brought out Ecclesiastes 10 earlier, which is an excellent precept, talking about covetousness. Right. And that's what our people do. They'll for the sake of money, they'll do anything. Right. All right. Read what you got.
Oh, what verse?
2 Maccabees 10 and verse 20.
2 Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 20. Now they that were with Simon, being led with covetousness.
Being led with what?
Covetousness.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You brought out Psalm 64 earlier. They search out our iniquity. Yep. Right. All right, read that again.
Now, they that were with Simon, being led with covetousness, were persuaded for money.
Persuaded for money. I guarantee you, Johnathan Majors, I guarantee you he got paid very nicely to do that photo set with Ebony magazine. Right. Go ahead.
Through certain of those that were in the castle, and took 70,000 drachms, and let some of them escape.
Read.
But when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money.
And that's exactly what you did, Johnathan Majors. You may have not saw it like that, but bro, if you come across this, that's what you did. You sold out your own brothers for money. All right, yeah, we take a quick call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question? Oh, they hung up. Okay. All right, if y'all dropped off, call back. That's what Johnathan Majors did. That's what a lot of these other sellouts have done. They sold out their brothers for money. Read that part again.
That they had sold their brethren for money.
Go ahead.
And set their enemies free to fight against them.
And set your enemies free. Obviously, what? This isn't okay. We'll take the caller. Pick it up this time. But hey, come back to the script though. Don't let me go on. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Yes, this is my first time listening to you all. It's a great show. I just wanted to say, not only is the agenda targeted to the copper-colored man, it's also targeted to the copper-colored woman too, with the gay agenda. Look at Nicki Minaj, right?
Right.
I mean, she was pushing the lesbianism and all of that, but she's married to a child pedophile now. So
hey, real quick,
look at both sides.
I'm glad sis brought that out. Y'all remember? Pull this up, IT. Give me some pictures of someone called Grace Jones.
Bring it out.
Grace Jones. You remember in Black Panther? Brother said, there's some Grace Jones looking outside when they showed up to his apartment, right? He said that for a reason, because in Black Panther, the women bald-headed, looking all manly and stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, that's a woman right there. That's a woman, and that's Benji. That is Benji.
Wait a minute.
That's Benji right there. Yes, it is. So, shouts out to Benji, by the way. So, Grace Jones, she was what? That's that androgynous stuff, too. Because she was doing what? Trying to blend the lines between her and the man, and she looking very manly right there.
Sure did.
Okay, but excellent point, sis. It's definitely an attack on both. But in order to destroy a nation, what do you got to do? They ain't coming for the women first.
Target the man.
They got to knock the man. Hey, as a matter of fact,
the man is the seed, the man is the root, the man is the foundation. And I understand we have to galvanize, we have to work on our own household and all of that. The black man has enough pressure on him, the parole system, child support.
Watch this, sis. Watch this. This one just came to my mind.
Of life.
Watch this.
Watch this. Going on. We don't need to
Isaiah 3 and verse 1. Watch this, sis, because when it comes to the man, the black man, This is how you tear down and destroy a nation. All right, they go. You know what they do when it comes to the women and children? They take them for spoils. They keep them, but they tear down the man. And anybody else that's left over, any of the weak men, they'll take them. Okay, you could be a slave or you could be a servant. All right. Hey, thank you for calling in, sis. Excellent point. Give me verse 1. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, and the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water.
Come on.
The mighty man and the man of war.
You see that? They take away our food supply, and then they take away the mighty man. They take away the military man that's going to stand up and protect the nation.
Right.
That's what they do.
That's right.
That's what they do. Read on.
The judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honorable man.
Come on.
And the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator.
Read on.
And I will give children to be their princes.
You see what? They leave the children because the children are what? Simple.
Right.
They can manipulate the children.
Right.
That's why they keep them. Read on.
And babes shall rule over them.
No, drop that. Give me verse 12 to go with this.
Verse
Showing
12.
you what? They keep the women and the children for spoils, but the attack is against who? The black man.
Right.
Read.
Verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
You see that thing right there? And that is strategic, and that's by design, and that's been done captivity by captivity by captivity.
That's in the Willie Lynch letter too, Cap.
There you go. Yep. Willie Lynch letter. It's good stuff. It's good stuff because you can start to put the pieces together like, damn, why are things like this? Because this was well thought out by our enemies.
That's right.
Oh, we got another caller? All right, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, shalom. Most High Christ bless.
Most High Christ bless
This is
you.
Brother James. I'm calling in regards to, you know what? You forgot one of those entertainers. What about Flip Wilson? Flip Wilson was the star of putting all them dress and stuff.
Flip Wilson did do that in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah. I forgot about that, bro.
He's the beginning of that. He's the beginning of wearing them dresses.
What was
and stuff.
that? The character he played, Geraldine.
Geraldine.
Hey, put that up. Flip Wilson, Geraldine. Put that picture up so that people can see what the brother's talking about.
Wait a minute.
Nah, you're 100% correct, bro. You on point. You on point.
Look at this.
Pull that up for the brother.
And I'm Judah.
Wait a minute.
Y'all see this, right? Y'all see he's a comedian. He's an actor. All right, and they used to put him in a dress constant. That was like like Shanae Martin.
Right.
That was one of the reoccurring characters, Geraldine.
Damn.
And our people just thought that thing was so funny, but our people being emasculated. All right. Thank you for calling in, bro. Thank you for calling in.
Shalom.
Hey, Most High Christ bless. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next. What we got? Oh yeah, hip hop. Go back to my script. Go back to the script. What script? What verse was that, soldier?
We was on 21.
Read 21 again.
2 Maccabees chapter 10 verse 21.
Watch this.
But when it was told Maccabeus what was done, he called the governors of the people together and accused those men that they had sold their brethren for money.
Right, and that's what y'all doing. The Flip Wilsons out there, the Martins getting in the dress. What's the other one? Johnathan Majors. Jamie Foxx, Wanda, right, from Living Color. Right, all of them. You selling out your own nation for $1, and you're helping the enemy further our persecution or our oppression. All right, read on.
And set their enemies free to fight against them.
Read.
So he slew those that were found traitors.
That were found what?
Found traitors.
That's what it is. When you see our brothers get up there and emasculate themselves, you are a traitor to your own nation.
That's right. Tyler Perry.
Thank you, Tyler Perry. The thing about it, the thing that's sad, there's so many of them.
Right.
There's so many that we could only go over a few, man. Hey, real quick, for the sake of time, let's get into the next video, because we was talking about hip hop.
Yes, sir.
Watch this video right here. This is y'all know Lil Wayne and the brother on the left. Who's that guy? Huh? NLE Chopper. So he one of the new school rappers.
Oh, okay.
All right. So he says that he has a gift and he wants to honor the GOAT. So, talking about Wayne. So play this clip.
So I feel like it's supposed to be way more accolades your way. I feel like it shouldn't be to the point of time to where you just receive an accolade, like what it was a few days ago for one award. And so, man, I just wanted to present my own accolade, physically giving you flowers.
Appreciate it. What the hell is this?
That's a big old you inspired me.
Roses.
Man, so, yeah.
Man, this is my life right here. For real. Hey, man, you're a real person.
No, I appreciate you, man. For sure.
Hey,
y'all, whoever, whatever cameras, if y'all watching this, be like this guy, man. Be like this guy. He's a good guy, man, for real. I do this a lot. I'm on video sets a lot. New artists, old artists. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. He's a great guy.
Bruh, that's not what men do.
I reject
Bring
that.
Bruh,
Come on now,
men
dog.
don't say, hey,
no.
hey, officer, man, I appreciate you last week. I got you these flowers. Hey, come here. We don't do that, bro. That's an agenda. Why you think they capture that moment?
Right.
They put him up to do that.
Right.
So, hey, don't forget about his Birdman.
Right.
Him and Birdman,
Birdman.
kissing each other in the mouth.
The hell is this?
I don't know if you remember this, but it was like years ago. You know when the Hot Boys was all together. Okay, we that caller. Hey, Shalom caller. Shalom caller. What's your question or your comment?
Hello, hi.
Hey, Shalom. What's your question or your comment, sis?
Shalom. My comment is, I just want to ask what Ciara is telling young women to not get married and they could be okay single, but she was like the only one that Future, the rapper, was engaged to, and he didn't marry her. But she was so into marriage, she found Russell Wilson to marry her. And so
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being married. It's just don't put out poison. It's all about leading as a good example. Give me Judith 8:24.
That's right.
Watch this. Give me Judith chapter 8, verse 24. Yeah, I get it. Ciara had some good tracks back in the day. 1-2 step. Y'all know what it is. But at the end of the day, yeah, she married. That's good. That's a good example. But you're going to tarnish your example by doing what? Teaching them that it's okay that you don't need a man.
Right.
There's two ways to teach. There's two ways to teach. By word and example. Her example is right, but her music is toxic.
Right.
All right, give me Judith chapter 8, verse 24. Watch this.
Judith chapter 8, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren, because their hearts depend on us.
Right, because their hearts depend on us.
That's right.
That's why we're getting on to Ciara, because she's not practicing what she preaches.
Right.
You understand? She living one way, but trying to destroy the rest of her people.
That's it.
Right.
You can never rise above the status of your own people. You can't do that. So, hey, that's why we went in on the sister today. So, Lord's will, she repent.
Right.
Yep.
All praises. All praises. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Let's go to the next one. So you were Lil Wayne. Oh yeah, we went over this before. This what's that rapper's name? Okay, somebody. What's his name?
He said little baby.
Oh, Lil Baby. Okay, I ain't calling him that. And James Harden.
Damn.
Hey, James Harden. He didn't see it coming. He didn't see it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad I didn't know.
So this is the rapper and James Harden, right? Watch this. Pay attention. Listen closely.
A Prada bag because he proud of me. Full of honey buns.
Damn. Honey bun.
Stop. Did you see Harden's expression like, ooh? Like, do you see it? He bought him a Prada bag with honey buns in it.
Damn.
Wow. All right. Now, somebody told me like honey bun mean like money or something like that, right? That's what it mean?
Wow.
All right. Okay. So honey bun means money.
dog.
Okay. He still bought another man a Prada bag with a bunch of honey buns in it. That is gay.
Yeah.
That is gay.
Right.
That's it.
I don't care what generation we in. That is still suspect. That's not manly. He's a boy.
What is wrong?
Exactly. Run the clip back again, man. Notice your boy Harden's, his expressions.
A Prada bag because he proud of me. Full of honey buns. With a honey bun. You know what I'm saying? Man.
All right, take that off. Because we already went in on them. Remember they was at, they went on a date. These brothers are suspect, man, but it's about the emasculation of our people. We think that these behaviors is okay. It's not.
Right.
It's not. Give me the, because their agenda, give me Isaiah 1:9. This is their agenda at the end of the day. They want to turn the whole earth gay. That's why they're pushing the androgyny under another name, the non-binary, gender neutral, where nobody knows who is anymore. Nobody knows what a man is, a woman is no more. All right, we'll take another call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Yes, Shalom. Yeah, I was just calling this kind of off the subject a little bit. But do y'all guys know about these storms is coming through America, how strong they are? And
yes.
And
mostly
it's hitting the Esau, where the people, like white people, where they stay at. It's hitting them real hard. And that should give us, that should tell us something that God's coming back for real, and nobody want to believe it, you know.
Give me that Matthew 16. Give me Matthew
go
16 to go with what you're saying. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you catch us, man. We always go over something called the World Weather Report
That's right.
at the
Yes, sir.
beginning of the show every week.
Right.
All right, so check this out. Absolutely, I agree with you. That's why we have to read this script. Read that.
What verse?
Start at 1.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 1.
Go ahead.
The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting, desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today.
Right, and in the morning it will be foul weather. Why? Because you can tell by the signs in the skies. Go ahead.
Right. For the sky is red and lowering.
Go ahead.
O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Right, absolutely. These are the times. This is Jacob's trouble. This is the end. We're living in the last days right now.
That's right.
As we see the earthquakes, the wars, the rumors of wars, and we're going to get into that during the rundown. That's when we get into the end time stuff. All right, that's what we're seeing on display on the day. But yeah, definitely, we agree with you, my brother. Thank you for your comment. Hey, let's get back to it. All right, see? All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we about to wrap it up. We got to get into the rundown, y'all. We got to get into it. So this our brother, Dr. Umar Johnson, right? That's his last name. Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got to deal with the attack on the children because, like we read in Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, once they destroy the strong black man, who they go for? The kids.
Yep.
And don't forget, read the one in Isaiah
Lord
9.
have mercy.
Oh, no, 1 and 9, and then pull this clip. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Right. All praises that the Most High sent our help. Oh, give me that 2nd Ezra. Watch this. Give me that 2nd Ezra chapter 2. All right. God sent our help in these last days. Otherwise, it says we would all be like Sodom and Gomorrah. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and give me verse 15. Watch this.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
Mother, embrace thy children and bring them up with gladness. Make their feet as fast as pillars. For I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
Read verse 17.
Verse 17, fear not, thou mother of the children, for I have chosen thee, saith the Lord.
Read.
For thy help will I send my servants, Isaiah.
That's Isaiah the prophet, read.
And
Jeremiah the prophet, read.
After whose counsel I have sanctified and prepared for thee 12 trees laden with diverse fruits.
12 prophets. That's going into what? Our help in these last days. That's the only reason why we ain't going to be destroyed is because the Lord sent his prophets back on the earth.
That's right.
Okay? Let's drop that. Play the clip with Dr. Umar.
Now they got our kids getting surgeries. Genital self-mutilation is now a civil right for children. Genital sex mutilation is now a civil right for children.
Look at that abomination right there. Y'all see that thing right there? They sent in Gabrielle. She broke D-Wade. And the next thing you know, his son is probably one of the gayest people on earth now. See that thing right there? Bruh. If you ain't look close, you probably thought that was a woman.
Right.
The confusion, that's what they pushing on the earth. You have something?
Yeah, I was gonna say the crazy part is, Cap, you would think that as Dwayne Wade, as a man, would want your son to grow up to want to be
And follow
just like
after
you.
you. Right.
But your son went the total opposite way, and then you're saying like Dr. Umar Johnson was saying, they're getting genital mutilation before they get of age. So your son gonna F up his life and never ever be able to experience what it is to be a man because you let a woman come in and rule you.
Well, when you look at it, what he's doing, he's living through his son. These are desires that he has. When you see what's going on here, he's not necessarily because if he was manly, he would have been against it. His agenda was
he was manly before. They broke him. Well, they broke him because when he first came in, D-Wade was not rolling like that. When he was with his original wife, bro, he was on the poster, and Lil Zion Wade was right there looking like a normal boy.
Right.
He got broke.
Yeah, broke.
Even his older son would have went through it if that's what he was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but his older son was good until Gabrielle Union wicked behind came on the scene.
But he's covetous. Now, meaning what? Wade, he wanted to be remembered. He wasn't one of the greatest ever. He's not even top 10. But he's probably top 20 or top 30 or something like that. He wanted to be taken care of. You see Dwayne Wade. They got specials on Dwayne Wade. He's always speaking here and there, boom, boom, boom. That's what it is, just like the brat. They do these things as a public spectacle. You know what? If you turn your son into a woman, we will make sure that you set for the rest of your life. That's how they do. That's how they do. They manipulate, and once they got you, it's a wrap. That's how they roll. Rundown. We got to get to the rundown. Hey, that's the longest topic of the week we ever had. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Hey, let's get into it. We got Officer Obadiah, Officer Elijah, Officer Sampson. Play the clip.
One world religion.
One world religion. Hey, play that first video. Let's get into it. Y'all can keep playing, but notice how they use the children. That's that emotional tip. They know what they're doing. So what did you see? You saw Islam, Catholicism, Christianity, same thing, and Judaism all come together as one. Okay, so the Abraham house or whatever, Abrahamic faith house is finally open. Wow. It is now open. All right, so understand this thing right here, brothers and sisters. It's happening. That it's blasphemy against the Most High at an all-time high. It's here. Bishop has been bringing this out for months, years upon years, but now it's finally here. Let's go to the article, please. Read that.
Church, mosque, and synagogue all together in Abrahamic house. A person walks at the...
we got a call? All right, we'll take a call. We'll probably be the last one. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, Shalom, this is Asa Ben Judah. Just wanted to comment about this one world religion. This has been in the plans for a long time.
Right.
I remember back in the 80s, L. Ron Hubbard used to come on Sunday with the Plain Truth magazine. He was talking about this one world religion that they wanted to do. So Esau's had this in the works for a long time.
It's no doubt about it. Give me that and shucks. Job 5:12. No, I agree with you 100%. And we're gonna dive into that. But read this first. Job chapter 5, verse 12. Read that.
This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Go ahead.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right. This has been their plan from the very, very beginning, dating back all the way to give me Genesis 11. This dating back to the Tower of Babel. This has been in their spirit even before the flood. So this dates back. It predates what they did in the 80s and what they've been coming up with. But watch this.
Genesis chapter 11 and verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly.
Come on.
And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven.
Right, whose top may reach out to heaven. What? They wanted to overthrow God. And guess what? What did they build? They built a city and a tower. What did they build? The Abrahamic faith house. That's what they built, to come together again, even after they already got destroyed the first time. You got to be able to see that in the spirit. Finish that off.
And And they said, Go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad, the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do.
Come on.
Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language.
The same way, guess what? We just read in Job 5 and 12. Read it again. This is their enterprise. This is their mission. Their plan is to come together and destroy the children of God in direct opposition of the Most High. But guess what? Just like he confounded the languages during the Tower of Babel, he's going to destroy them again. It's not gonna happen like they see fit.
That's right.
But guess what? We're gonna have to go through the tribulation, though.
That's right.
Okay, read that again.
Job chapter 5, verse 12.
Come on.
He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right. But thank you. That's an excellent point, bro. Thank you for calling in. Let's go back to the article.
A person walks at the Abrahamic family house, which consists of a mosque, church, and first purpose-built synagogue in the United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi on Tuesday. According to the official website, the Abrahamic family house aims to become a place for learning, dialogue, and worship and promote understanding, dialogue, and peaceful coexistence.
You see that? Dialogue and peaceful coexistence. What's the one in Thessalonians where they say peace and safety?
1 Thessalonians 5 and 3.
Yeah, read that for us, please. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. Then y'all have at it, officers. All right. Read that one.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
So don't be listening to that. Oh, they want to unite everybody. God says that when you hear that, sudden destruction is coming. What y'all got on this, officers?
Hey, if you want to, for anybody that's willing to bite that bait and
whoa.
You said bite.
So we got to address this. Last week it was dangle the bait, and now you are telling the people to bite the bait.
No, I say for anybody that will bite the bait. Like I was finna say, don't do it because of the scripture.
Now let me ask you: are there other ways to say that, or do you? What has you promoting the bait?
Well, the bait is what the enemy is setting for traps.
Okay, all praises. I like what you said there.
Okay.
So fall for the traps of the enemy.
Fall for the traps of the enemy.
I understand that. All praises.
So for anybody that's willing to fall for this trap that the enemy is setting before us, give me Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. Understand. Let's see who they're actually going against, because I know many of the people are pushing, don't keep God's commandments. God's commandments are done away with. Let's see who the devil is really trying to attack. Read that.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ.
So the dragon is trying to go to war. The enemy of God is trying to go to war with those who are keeping God's commandments. Who's pushing keep God's commandments on this earth? The Israelites. And that's who they're trying to come together and go against, because they know we're not going to be in cahoots with all of those religions coming together, because we know that the Lord says that he who leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. Those religions are trying to escape their judgment.
Right.
All praise. Actually, he go exactly to the idea. Good precept. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 1. Kind of going to the same path. What they are doing here, they scared because we are waking up.
Right.
We're waking up by a large number.
Right.
And guess what? You can't do nothing about it.
That's right.
Your arm is too short. You cannot reach the Most High. Read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Keep in mind, while they're doing this, their agenda is to come out with other ways to shut us up, come up with different words saying, oh, no.
Okay, we'll take it. Come back to that. Don't forget. Wisdom of Solomon 5. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, Shalom, brother. How are y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Shalom, my sister.
I love this show. Y'all on fire tonight.
All praises.
I cannot take this twisted stuff that they got going on amongst us and our people. These kids are getting worse by the days because the parents are not being parents. They're being friends. It's sickening. And I'm like really tired of it. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and it's crazy out here. Also, I wanted to speak on these so-called rappers and singers that's out here portraying that they're helping their community and they helping us as black people. When y'all gonna take some of that money that y'all making off of us and give it back to IUIC so they could get around this world and get the teaching us so we could get on this board and get out of this.
Hey, this sister's on fire tonight.
That's right.
This sister is on fire.
Right.
And sis, Lord's will they do. Hey, donate under another name. Help the ministry out.
I pray that they get it together. Ain't nobody saying y'all got to put y'all name out there. Listen,
right.
Go under the table.
That's right.
Listen, we need y'all help.
Cause they got to come by night like Joseph of Arimathea.
Right.
We need the help. We need the help to spread this gospel to the four corners as it was prophesied,
That's
my
right.
sister. All praises.
Yes, we need it. And if they swear that they love God and they love their people, that's what they'll do. Reach out to IUIC. I love y'all brothers, man. Y'all changed my life, man.
Oh, giving all praise to the Most High, the Son, Jesus Christ. All praise. Give that sister a round of applause, man.
That's right.
All praises to the Most High. All right, let's
Shalom, brothers.
Shalom,
Shalom,
sis.
sis.
Hey, let's get back to it, y'all. Let's get back to it. Officer Obadiah, go ahead and finish yours, and we get back to the rundown.
All right, go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Now watch this. The reason why there will be fear is because seeing us coming from our lower state, where nobody didn't think we are nothing. They think we were like bombs. They think we were like scum of the earth. And see, now we are the leaders. We're the one running things. They are amazed. And guess what? At that time, there's nothing you can do but getting your judgment, which is coming very short.
Ooh, y'all see though we pointed at him.
That one finger.
Y'all bet. You crazy, man. Hey, but no, that's the gospel right there. That's the good news right there.
That's right.
That our enemies will receive judgment. All praise to the Father. Let's go to the next one. I think is what Catholicism revealed, right? Let's skip that. Skip that, please, and get this article. Yeah, read that, please.
Catholic leaders open new church in UAE's interfaith Abrahamic family house. The three Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, now share a common place to worship in the predominantly Muslim United Arab Emirates, with the opening of the Abrahamic family house in Abu Dhabi. Such was the dream of Pope Francis and Grand Imam Ahmed Al-Taib, who in 2019 signed a historic pledge calling for peace and brotherhood between religions and nations. 4 years later, a synagogue, church, and mosque sit opposite a secular visitor pavilion in an interfaith complex meant to encourage goodwill and understanding.
See, that's the thing. I got to go to some scripts. Give me the one in Matthew 10 and verse 34. You see how the Pope, and they'll say, "Oh, we seek peace. I've dreamed of this peace." Did Christ dream of this peace?
Bring it
Let's
out.
see. Let's see.
No.
Read that.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 34.
Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Read it again.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Obviously, what? Obviously, they're lying to you.
That's
They want
right.
to put the kids in there. They want to coexist.
Lower down your guard.
Huh?
Lowering down your guard.
Right. Showing unity. That's not the God. That's not the Messiah of the Bible.
Right.
No. Read it again.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a sword. God wants division.
That's right.
God wants division.
Right.
And if you see people going against that, obviously they ain't the people of God.
That's
when I
right.
say he wants division, I'm not talking about in between us. We got to read the scripture, Zephaniah 2:1.
Bring it out.
He wants us, Nehemiah 13:3. Read that. Nehemiah 13:3. Yeah. Read that one. I think that's how it says it.
You
How
gotta
I
read
want
your
it to say.
Bible.
Read that.
Nehemiah chapter 13 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
Now it came to pass, when they had heard the law, that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
Right. They separated all of the other nations from amongst us, the mixed multitude. Read it again.
Now it came to pass, when they had heard the law, that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude.
That's what God wants. He wants us to separate from the wicked, and he wants us to separate from these other nations. Right. There ain't no coming together with them. You said we got a call? Right. All right, pick it up, pick it up. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your question or your comment?
Hi, how you doing? I'm calling from El Paso, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Okay.
And everything you guys are saying is true, but what it is, I see a lot. The heathen, they want us to be like them, and our people being in the things that they rule, they want us to follow their suit. So they have us doing that. That's how I believe too, because the heathen has always been. That's always been their agenda. That's always been their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So so us as well. They want us to follow their ways, not the ways that our people we were from the beginning, how we've always been the righteous way.
Right. And remember when you read the book of Jeremiah 10, right. The scripture at verse 2, it says, learn not the way of the heathen. Right. Exactly. They want us to conform to their ways. Well, Psalms 106 and 35. Our issue is when we got scattered over here and was driven to the land of our captivity, our punishment, we started assimilating. And God never wanted that to be. He wanted us to serve our sentence and then do this. Zephaniah 2:1. Thank you for calling in. That's an excellent point. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. We got to get right back to it, y'all.
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together. Mm-hmm. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Right. That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to separate from the heathen, separate from the wicked,
That's right.
And the righteous of our people gather together.
That's right.
Okay. All right. Hey, all praise to the Most High. Let's get back. Oh, you had something? Somebody had something?
I was going to add to like how some of the people think that it's supposed to get better, like what the Pope's saying. Give me that Revelations 18 and 4. Let's see if it says it's going to get better. God, he already gave you the blueprint of what's going to happen. If you hear somebody saying it's going to get better and it goes contrary to the Bible, that means don't follow them. Don't listen to them. Read that.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying.
Matter of fact, read verse 5.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
The verse before tells you to come out of her because her sins have reached to heaven. That don't sound like it's getting better.
Right.
That means the sins are steady rising.
Right.
So if somebody says it's finna get better, don't follow them. They're lying to you. They're playing on your ignorance.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All praise to the Most High. That's 100%. Hey, real quick for this, we got. Hey, Captain Scar said we could go longer, so we're gonna go longer today. It is what it is. The people calling in. We teaching the word of God. We ain't hurt nobody.
That's right.
So we gonna keep going. We'll take the call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hello, Cap. This is Brother Azariah from New Jersey.
Hey, Shalom, bro. What's going on?
I just want to know, man, we need you on Biblical Smoke, man.
Hey, man. I was on Biblical Smoke. I was on that a little bit this week, like about 2-3 times.
I know, man. Because when you on there, you be killing them, bro.
Oh, man.
And you know that's right.
Hey, Lord's will. I'm gonna make my best effort, man. And when I'm not on there, just know I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. But Lord willing, I could be on there more, bro. Lord willing.
All right, man. Love the show, man. Keep it up.
All praise to the Father. Thank you for calling in. Let's get back to it. Putin. Let's hear Putin's words on America. Play the clip.
Out.
Putin. They're destroying the institution of family, their cultural historical identity, and various perversions with regard to children. Priests are forced to recognize and officiate same-sex weddings. The family is a union between woman and man.
All right, let's play the clip.
It cannot ignore the fact that Russia cannot be defeated on the battlefield. So they're waging increasingly aggressive information attacks. First of all, targeting the young generations, lying on every step, distorting historical truth, attacking our culture, the Russian Orthodox Church, and other traditional religious institutions in our country. Now look at what they're doing with their own peoples. They're destroying the institution of family, their cultural and historical identity, and various perversions with regard to children up to pedophilia are accepted as the new norm, and priests are forced to recognize and officiate same-sex weddings. People can live however they want, and we in Russia have never intruded into people's private life, and we're not going to do that. But what we want to say is maybe they should take a look in the scripture, into the holy book of any great religion. It says that the family is a union between woman and man. And these holy texts are now being increasingly doubted in the West.
Stop. So, hey, I like Putin because he don't sugarcoat when it comes to
That's
America.
right.
He's telling you exactly what they're doing. They're coming. Hey, you got to be, if you're spiritual, be able to see it. They're coming against us.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. What y'all got on that, officers?
He said that exactly, Cap. He said they're going against historical identity. Right now in Florida, the governor is taking away Black history out of schools.
Right. And that relates us back to the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead.
And then on top of that, he was talking about how they're lying about sex, that he's just saying they're lying all the way around. But that's actually in the scripture where it says, who else has had their identity taken away? Psalms 83. It talks about, just give me the part where it says that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. This is what the Bible said was gonna happen.
Right.
So we've been teaching this for years, Cap, but for some reason when Putin said, maybe people will listen.
Right.
Read that.
Psalms chapter 83 and verse 4.
Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
The Bible said it. The Israelites been on the street saying it. Putin just said it. And he also is talking about the agenda that they're doing, attacking the kids, which we've been trying to point out. The agenda that they're attacking the institution of family, trying to change like Willie Lynch said, destroy the man in front of the woman so that the woman gets an independent mindset. That's destroying and reversing the family structure. That's what the Israelites have been saying because it says it in the Bible.
Right.
And the other thing that you see about what's going on as well, he's discredited America, showing that they not what they perceive to be.
Right.
They pretend. Give me that in Isaiah 47.
Bring it out.
They pretend to be a virgin woman, but they full of it. Don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, read that.
out.
What verse, I'm sorry?
Oh, gosh. This
The book of
guy.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
See that it called "O Virgin Daughter of Babylon." How do we know it's talking about Esau? Give me real quick. Give me that in Psalm chapter 137 and verse 7. Let's go.
Psalms chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon.
You see that? O daughter of Babylon. Now we know what he's referring to here. This is not the Babylon that that was written in time of when they went to under the Babylonian captivity, the Ethiopians. That's not who he's referring to. Go ahead. Go back to Isaiah 47.
Isaiah chapter 47 verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
There is no throne. Why? Because they're going to lose their power. They're going to lose their position. They're going to fall down. Go ahead. Make it quick.
For thou shalt be called no more tender and delicate.
You see that? Thou shalt be called no more tender and delicate. You're going to be seen for who you are.
Right.
Your true nature will show that you are a whore, not a virgin.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's all right.
Is that a call? Okay, yeah, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, Most High Christ bless. I really just want to say one thing. Well, many things, but man, y'all keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All
Y'all
praise, all
waking
praise.
up people, y'all giving out hope. Y'all bringing out hope. Y'all bringing out hope.
Hey, all
people
praises.
People can see the truth, like right in front of their eyes. Like y'all matching the scriptures with what's going on today, proving that the Bible is a real book.
All praise to the Father.
That's right.
I mean, for real,
That's
man.
right.
Y'all, man, hey, all praise IUIC, the bishop.
Right.
Man, we don't even know who the bishop is, bro. But that brother is somebody very important to the Most High. And the deacons and all the bishops, all the captains, all the soldiers, all the everybody. But man, I'm pumped up right now. So please excuse me my overly. I'm just a brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm 52 years old. I'm just a brother. But I'm not. I'm just, man. I'm motivated. So all praises to y'all.
All praise to the Most High.
Keep it up. Just keep bringing that thunder, the lightning, everything. All praise the bishop, all the bishops, but we all know bishop. When we say bishop, we know who we speaking on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you know, real talk. I mean, at the end of the day, real talk. We know who we speaking on. Yeah, man, y'all just please bring more fire, more fire.
Hey, we're going to bring Jeremiah 5:14. Let's bring that.
Get up.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14. All praises.
Bring the fire.
The greatest
All
leadership that you could ask for. Obviously, the Most High is dealing with these men, from the bishops, the deacons, the captains, the officers. The Spirit of the Lord is definitely here. So all praise to the Father. Thank you for calling in. Read that script, Jeremiah 5:14.
Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 14.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
Like what?
Fire.
Like fire. That's what the Bible says. That's why the brother was so excited. Because it kindled a fire in him when he heard the words of God being taught the right way.
That's right.
When I was in the Christian church, bro, I ain't never felt like that, bro. Ever. You just be like,
that's right.
bro, why am I here right now?
Right.
But once I learned who I was, once I learned the truth according to the Bible,
That's right.
I've been addicted ever since. Give all praise to the Most High.
That's right.
All praises, man. Let's go back. Birds in the street. Birds in the street. Read that.
In Mexico, birds have begun to congregate in the streets. The main version of what is happening is that the birds feel that the ecological crisis is coming. Spoilers again.
Play the video.
¿Este el fin del mundo?
So you see a bunch of birds just migrating to one area.
Right.
Play the next clip, please.
Shocking amount of dead fish, reportedly Argentina.
Go ahead.
Wow, that's a lot of fun.
Right, man.
Wow.
You're just gonna keep seeing these type of occurrences take place every 2nd Ezra 5:8. Let's read that script and then we go to topic 2. Gotta get to topic 2. All praises we had more time tonight, man. We would have never got through tonight's show.
Right.
All praises.
that's right.
2nd Ezra 5 and 8. Read that for us, please.
2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
And they should do what?
Change their places.
That's what we're saying. When you see occurrences like that, it's scriptural. It's according to prophecy.
Right.
So don't think it's just, they could explain. No, the only thing that can explain it is the scriptures.
Right.
Because it's according to prophecy. Hey, real quick, that's the end of topic 1. Let's get into topic 2, y'all.
Bans and laws.
Bans and laws. All right. Play the clip, please. Oh, yeah, this is Biden. This is... Oh, snap. Oh, hey, run it back. Oh. Hey, bruh.
Is he dead?
Hey, you know what this is symbolic of?
I thought he was dead. America.
Yes, Babylon has fallen. Babylon has fallen.
Right.
That's what that is, bro. Hey, run it back, man. This is hilarious. Hey, y'all got the other clip of him falling up the stairs too? Yeah, get it ready. Play this one again, please. Play this one again, bro. So he fell when he arrived. I think he visited you.
Look at him slide.
Somewhere recently. Fell all the way down the steps. You see how the camera went off of it, right? Try to cover it. Hey, real quick, IT, pull that up, because I seen that as well. He tried to get back on the plane. He fell up the steps, too.
He got feeble knees.
Feeble knees. Hey, real quick, y'all got it? Or nah?
They need them escalator steps, Cap.
All right, somebody say something good, man.
They need them escalator steps for Biden.
Yeah, escalator steps.
Hey, man, give me Proverbs 29:2. This going into when the righteous man speaketh. let's get that. Let's see the difference between the righteous man and the wicked man.
Go ahead.
Because in these last days, you already know a lot of wicked going on, but a lot of righteous going on as well. Read.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The
people what?
The people rejoice.
Like the brother called in, he said, I'm rejoicing.
Right,
I'm
right,
rejoicing
right,
when I
right.
hear these streets. Y'all get more fire. Because
Hey,
these
y'all on
streets right
fire
here-
tonight, man.
These streets right here bring fire.
Oh,
and
praises.
joy to all people. Read.
But when the wicked beareth rule,
What they do?
the people mourn.
The people mourn. Guess what? The fishes is dying. The birds flying out the sky because they spraying stuff all around the sky. And guess what? You got LGBTQ. You got they trying to break down the black man household. Everything. The people is mourning right now. But they want the purple and gold on the street every day. They want these men, these prophets of the Most High God, to bring out this truth.
Hey, you all right.
right.
You all right.
That's right.
Y'all got Biden, right? Falling up the
That's
stairs?
right.
All right, play that, play that.
Here you go.
He looking back and say, ain't nobody looking in. And why they keep letting him walk by himself? That's what I don't understand.
Oh!
He tried to play it off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as the first one. Hey, but let's get into it, man. South Korea. Pull that up.
South Korea court landmark ruling recognizes same-sex couples' rights.
Read that.
And
so you got the South Koreans getting gay over there now with the same sex.
Wow.
Meaning what? All the nations have drunk of the wine of fornication. Yo. America has corrupted the world. That's why America must be destroyed.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord. Read what you got. Read the article.
A South Korean court has delivered a landmark ruling by recognizing the rights of a same-sex couple for the first time, with activists hailing the verdict as a major victory for LGBTQ equality in the country.
You see that? That's what they want to push from country to country to country to destroy our people. We have another call? We do? Okay. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, sis? Shalom. What's your question or your comment, sis?
Shalom. I just want to tell you, y'all on fire tonight. I love and appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. But yeah, I thank y'all for helping me come to this truth. I've been in this truth for 4 months now. So
Okay, all praise. Where you located, sis?
Pray for me.
Yeah, we're praying for you. What state you located in?
I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio. That's right. All right. Hey, if you haven't, make sure to reach out to the brothers and sisters up there. We got a strong congregation out there. Officer Sean out there in Cincinnati. All praise to the Most High, sis.
Thank you.
All right,
I just
sis.
had to call in, y'all. I had to.
No, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, sis. All right. So South Korea is over there pushing America's agenda, obviously, by their policy. That's how they gained dominion over the whole world.
Right.
Do me a favor. Let's get to Christian trannies. The hell is this, bro?
My God.
Christian trannies. Play the clip. Play the clip.
12-year-old daughter recently came to me and said that she was transgender. She wanted to be a boy. And as a Christian mother, there was only one thing I could do. And that was help my son transition so that he could be the young man that God always intended him to be.
You see that foolishness? God, we got to read it again. Genesis 1. Any y'all go at it, man. Genesis 1:27. You see that? Said her daughter came to her and said that she wanted to be a boy. And then she says she went forth with the transition because that's what God wanted.
Right.
I don't think God makes mistakes.
He don't make mistakes.
Okay. All right, we'll take another caller. All right. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
I just wanted to say thanks to you guys. I've been in the truth, me and my husband, for 5 years now, and we've been studying with you guys every day on YouTube and, learning more and more, teaching our kids, and our grandkids. And we just want to thank you guys for putting it out there.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, thank you for calling in, sis. Hey, thank you for calling. That reminds me of the scripture. I ain't going to go to it for the sake of time, but, when Christ says, I think it's Matthew 11, where he says, we're not going to go over all the countries. Meaning, there's so many brothers and sisters out there that we have no idea is waking up to this truth. And you think about it, if we knew how much people we was waking up, Bishop said all the time, that might go to your head. All right, but obviously what this is, the Most High is showing us that the works that the prophets have been doing, it's out there. The people are waking up, just like the commandment says. So all praise to the Father. This is what we're going to do. I know you'll be mad. We can't take no more callers because we got to finish, because we got to shut it down eventually, right? So you had something. Y'all was going in, right?
Sir. Let me get Ecclesiastes 7:29, because that goes into what you just said earlier. God did not create confusion. That's confusion. To create you as a girl and you want to be a boy.
Right.
That's nonsense.
Yes, sir.
Your body structure is different. As you're getting older as a woman, your pelvic showing you that you can bring forth children, as opposed to a man have a more narrow pelvic. All that's showing you what? That's confusion. Read that for me.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
It's that God had made man upright. Read.
But they have sought out many inventions.
But man, or I should say so-called white man, Esau, they sought out many inventions. With them, confusing the whole world. Be the trend center, making sure that they have everybody to follow their foolishness.
Hey, real quick, let's go to the treatments, because you talked about God made man upright.
Right.
Go to the next article, because you decided to come from another angle of pelvics. Okay, that's you decided to go into the construction of.
That's
oh yeah, no, I didn't say it wasn't true. I'm just saying, all right, that's another perspective. I wouldn't have done it, but you decided to come from that angle. So this goes right with what you was bringing out.
Right.
All right, pull up the article.
Bring it out.
I'm terrified. Teens plead to Idaho lawmakers banning transgender treatment for minors.
Now, I'm terrified. What do you mean you're terrified? If you were just happy with the way God made you, you would be all right. You're terrified because you're the one using the damn frozen tomato popsicles and stuff. And your pouch and your open wound starts healing up. And then you want to go get it cut again. This is disgusting. I'm sorry. But that's what they're talking about. What you have something?
Yeah, and just for anybody who may get offended or feel some type of way, Isaiah 58 and 3. Isaiah 58 and 3.
Just repent.
Because this is what the Bible tells us to do. He tells us to cry loud. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not.
Do what?
Spare not.
The Bible tells us not to spare you because you may feel offended. Because the Bible tells us to cry aloud, don't spare.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
To do what?
And show my people their transgressions.
So what we're doing, we're not trying to shame anybody. What we're trying to do is show our people where we're going off at. Your transgression, where you transgress against the laws of the Most High God.
Hey, we are trying to shame. We are trying to bring it to them so they can acknowledge it.
Yes,
not a call them by name and ridicule, but we are trying to bring out the scripture so they do feel ashamed and cause them to repent.
Right.
So, yes, you got to stop doing that and repent so you can have that godly sorrow, get your mind right. Hey, go back to that article, read a little bit of that, and go to the Equality Act, and then we go to topic 3.
The Idaho House passed a bill that would make it a felony for doctors to provide treatment to transgender teens under the age of 18.
Let's get a round of applause for that. Sheesh.
That's right.
Read on.
CNN's Jake Tapper speaks to Eve Devitt, a transgender teen directly impacted by the bill.
Was that it? Is that it on it? That's it on the article for real? All right. It's probably a little, for the sake of time. Let's go to Equality Act. Okay, dealing with these LGBTQ XYZ.
Took the whole alphabet.
1, 2, 3, whatever they do.
Alphabet game.
Read that.
Outraged after 6-year-olds told they must wear pride shirts to play soccer.
I said Equality Act. Follow me, IT. Please follow me. Equality Act. Read that.
The Declaration of Independence promises that we're all created equal and entitled to a fair chance. It's who we are as a nation.
It's not. No, it's not, because in that same declaration what were we called? Slaves and 3/5 of them in the Constitution. So I don't want to hit. That's another lie. That's another lie. They always want to use our struggle and our fight to push this gay stuff out here. Right. Go back to it.
let's pass the Equality Act to ensure LGBTQ plus Americans can live with safety and dignity.
With safety and dignity. All right. It said it's time to pass the Equality Act. That's what they deem equal. They don't care about the black man still getting murdered.
Right.
They don't care about the black man still getting racially discriminated against.
Right.
Okay. And even in something like real estate, laws being passed behind our backs. They don't care about that.
Right.
They say it's all about the gay people. Make it easy for them. Don't care about the blacks that's been here for over 400 years catching hell. They don't care about that.
Right.
All right, for sake of time, topic 3. Topic 3.
Death in the air.
Death in the air. As y'all know, the situation that took place in East Palestine, Ohio. All right, there's repercussions for that. All right, those chemicals, those toxins that spread in the air. Remember, it had a whole chemical cloud for a few days over Ohio, man. So now, I feel like a week and some days later, here's the aftermath. So let's get to it, y'all.
East Palestine's residents worry rashes, headaches, and other symptoms may be tied to chemicals from train crash.
You see that? It says rashes, headaches tied to the chemical crash. Read that.
Some residents of East Palestine, Ohio, say they have developed rashes, sore throats, nausea, and headaches after returning to their homes this week. And they're worried these new symptoms are related to chemicals released after a train derailment 2 weeks ago.
Right. So those chemicals, these chemicals, this is not Ohio either. There's multiple places, Houston, Florida, Ohio, Detroit, Tucson, Arizona. All of these different places, the same thing happened.
Right.
So meaning what? It's going to spread everywhere just like it did the surrounding places of Ohio. Give me toxical chemical spread about Mississippi.
Our people better stop trusting in Esau.
Exactly.
Got to.
Remember, there was an agenda to depopulate, so let's not forget that.
And they're doing it from every angle.
Right.
From every angle.
Yes, sir.
All right. Read that.
Urgent for everyone east of the Mississippi. The train derailment in East Palestine and one scientist's prediction and warning of the reach of the carcinogenic toxins.
Scroll down. Read that.
Up to 2.5 million gallons of one of the most toxic substances known to man have been released into the air, water, and soil of the eastern seaboard and are presently making their way south and east. Acid rain, which in this case is hydrochloric acid mixed with concentrated unburned vinyl chloride, has so far been reported in every direction.
Right, in every direction. See, could you go to the next tab about the acid rain? What does acid rain do to the earth?
Acid rain leaches aluminum from the soil. That aluminum may be harmful to plants as well as animals.
It may be harmful to what?
Plants as well as animals.
Which is going to cause what, brothers? Famine.
Right.
Y'all see that thing right there? Right. They thought about this a long time ago before they even did it. What y'all got on that, man?
Yeah, just like you see, we just posted on the article about the dead fish and the birds falling out the sky.
Right.
So let's they cause a famine because, like you said, it going into food. Go to Psalms 33 and 18. But we got to put our trust back in who? The Most High God. The God of Israel. The God of the so-called blasphemous Spanish and Native American. That's your God. And none else. We got to put our trust back in him for he can save us in these last days. Read.
Psalms chapter 80, you said 80?
33, 18.
33 and 18. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him.
So the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him. We got to get back to the fear of God. And we got to do what? Prepare for these last days. They're like our leadership been pushing down these past few years. Read.
Upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death.
To do what?
To deliver their soul from death.
So the Most High God got the power to do what? To deliver our souls from death. Read.
And to keep them alive in famine.
And do what?
Keep them alive in famine.
So guess what? The Most High God got the power to keep us alive in the famine. So we got to come back to the truth of this Bible.
All praise to the Most High. Excellent. Civil unrest in Lebanon. We winding down. Civil unrest in Lebanon.
Savers burned down financial institutions and politicians' homes across Lebanon to reclaim their money, which has been frozen by banks.
You see this happening everywhere. The banks, you can just say at any point in time, there's a lot of static. I'm sorry. They say the banks can say at any point in time, you know what? We don't have money to give you. They can say that. So we got, just like the family, we got to prepare for that too right there.
Yeah. Right.
All right, play that clip.
سوقونا طلعونا زي مرة وتعبنا أولاد الحرام رح ناخد هذا بإيدنا وبالدم ما عشان شي نخسره سرقونا كل شي بحياتنا ما عشان شي نخسره بدنا ناخد هذا بالدم منهم.
All right, give me that. Give me the one in 2 Ezra 15:16, man. Riots, seditions, this is what you're seeing.
That's it.
You know, the government, you know, the banks, they're coming, the people are going to rise up. It's going to be civil unrest. We're seeing it. It's not that like we're building up to it. It happens.
Right.
It happens every day.
Yes, sir.
It happens every day, man. Read that.
2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 15.
Go ahead.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Come on, guys. Y'all know it. 15 and 16. This is your place for end times news.
Come on,
Come
now,
on,
dog.
brothers. Y'all know what it is.
Bring it
15 and 16.
2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 16.
Come on.
For there shall be sedition among men,
Read.
and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right. They're not going to worry about the government, the police. They don't care about that. They're going to set it ablaze or set it on fire because God said they're going to do that.
Right.
There's some more on that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their powers.
All right, drop that. Give me the hunger riots. Hunger riots. Read that.
A demonstration against the rising cost of living and corruption turns into hunger riots in Suriname, a small country in South America. The parliament was stormed and many shops looted. A curfew has been imposed and access to social networks has been cut off by the authorities.
All right, play that. And remember, we got brothers and sisters out there in Suriname too.
Right.
We got to keep each other in prayer. So that's the thing. When they say the plagues is going to touch everywhere, that's exactly what it's talking about.
Right.
So, you know, that flee doctrine is garbage.
Garbage.
If you flee, you're just going to catch hell somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
Y'all had something?
Yes, sir. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 12, just to go with what we were saying, because like what Officer Sampson was bringing out, we finna go through famine. We finna go through pestilence. God told us exactly how many people were going to be put to death. He gave you specifics. And what we have to do, the Bible says, watch and pray and start preparing yourself. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 12.
Read.
A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence.
So the Bible says a third part going to die with pestilence. Remember we just read the Pope say things going to get better.
Right.
You got to call out the liars. A third part going to die with pestilence. Read.
And with famine.
And with famine. So that chemical outbreak was creating people having rashes on them. Now we're looking at where it's killing the animals. That's going to create famine. Read.
And with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee.
Read.
And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee.
When the food shortage comes, what do you think is going to happen to get the next piece of food that's available? It's going to be wars, and people are going to be fighting over the food. They're going to be fighting over medical things, the last little bit of medicine that you can get. These things God had already prescribed to happen. They're prophesied to happen, and they're going to happen exactly as God said it was going to happen.
Right.
Sir?
All right.
That's right.
EU flag burned. And we'll end right there. EU flag burned. By France. France.
Voila!
Ouais! All right. So we know, hey, all praises, giving all praise to the Most High and Son Jesus Christ.
That's right.
All right.
That's
So
right.
we're just gonna wrap it up right there. We're gonna wrap it up right there. It's been it mean a little bit longer. So hey, thank y'all for tuning in with your brothers tonight.
That's right.
Tune in next week, man. Tune in next week. Lord willing, we'll have another show for y'all. We're prepared throughout the week. But I think all these brothers tonight did a good job. So we're not picking nobody, man. They all did excellent, like they do every time. We just do that for fun. Right. We just, keep the, audience engaged with the show. But I think all of y'all did an excellent job. So we about to sign off, man. This is your place for end times news. Stay tuned. Make sure you study, pray, apply. Praying 3 times a day and increase in fasting so you could be in the spirit when our trials do arise. All right? So, to my right.
Shalom, Officer Obadiah.
Shalom, Officer Elijah.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Sampson.
And this has been another episode of Writings on the Wall brought to you by Israel United in Christ. And with that, we say, Shalom.